Welcome to Rocky Marciano Stadium, Armand Colombo Field, Brockton Community Access tonight. The 2025 home opener for the Brockton Boxers, Leo Genatasio, along with Orlando Galveo. Tonight, Orlando, the Boxers' 2025 version came in last week against North Attleboro. The Boxers took a thumping, 42-7. But let's get back a little bit. Last year, the Boxers, under the first year of Gilson Silva, they finished 5-6. They started out the season against this Barnstable team. We talked about it last year. Brockton had a need to win the game. They threw the ball, they lost, and it kind of set the tone for the rest of the season, Orlando. The Boxers lost a lot of close football games last year. They did finish strong, beating Bridgewater Raynham on Thanksgiving Day, which led the Boxers to the playoffs, where they lost to Zavarian. But coming into 2025, Orlando, let's talk about the Boxers. What have you seen during the pregame and the scrimmages that gets you excited for this football team?
Well, number one name that gets me excited, actually two, Marcio Semedo, the quarterback, and Jared Mighty. Right from the get-go, I saw the scrimmage games I saw, a lot of explosive plays. Their connection, you figured, would be hard to stop going into this season.
The Boxers had a couple scrimmage games earlier during the summer. They played St. John Shrewsbury here, where Brockton looked very strong in that scrimmage. A transfer running back from Cardinal Spellman, you're going to tell me his name in a second, Orlando, looked fabulous. He had two long runs. Unfortunately, broke his ankle at the end of the scrimmage and is out for most of the season. The Boxers followed that up against Marshfield in a scrimmage where the Boxers took a thumping. And, you know, it's a young team. I talked to Coach Silva. 15 starters last week, their first varsity snap. What did you see from some of those players last week, Orlando?
Yeah, let's get to the running back you're talking about, Christopher Soto. First time he touches the ball in preseason, he goes 80 yards for a touchdown. And you say, wow, you know, we got something here, right? And then, unfortunately, Chris Soto is lost for the year, like you said, with a broken ankle. And so promising. And then if one injury ain't good, Brockton has suffered in that running back position, Leo. They're down going into the North Attleboro game last week. They were down to their fifth string running back, right? They have four guys injured, and then you had to go to Aaron Montero. So, but what I saw from that scrimmage, to answer your question, with Christopher Soto, is a team that probably would have been dangerous. Not saying they can't, but you don't have a lot of guys with experience that's going to follow up Christopher Soto.
So the Boxers tonight take on the Barnstable Redhawks. This is a rivalry dating back to 1996. Brockton leads in the series 10-5. 3 times on Brockton Super Bowl runs, they defeated Barnstable on the way to state championships. Barnstable returned it to Brockton in 1999 when they defeated BC High in the Super Bowl. They beat Brockton during that game. It's a rivalry that when they play consistently, Lando, it's usually pretty good football games. Brockton has got the better of them, but that was years ago. Over the last few years, Barnstable has beaten Brockton, including that game last year, which was a heartbreaker to any Brockton fans, where obviously Brockton had a need to win the football game, inexplicably threw the ball, and Barnstable was able to return that interception and score on fourth down to defeat the Boxers. Talking about Barnstable this season, Orlando, I know you talked to the coach. They're very excited about their team, especially their running back.
Yeah, Russ Jacoda, very excited about this team. And it's funny how you say Brockton should have took a knee last year and beat Barnstable.
We're going to get over. We'll finish that up in a second. We're going to get over for the national anthem, and we'll get you the starting offensive lineman and then hopefully kickoff.
Generosity. The Copeland Auto Group is a longtime supporter of our schools, and we're excited to host the annual contest. Brockton High and the MIAA would like to take this opportunity to encourage you to display good sportsmanship. Please do your part by showing respect to everyone involved in today's contest. Please note the use of any tobacco or vaping products, including electronic cigarettes or any other burnable substance, is prohibited in the stadium and on school grounds. A friendly reminder that student-athletes play the game, coaches coach, fans support their team, and officials manage the game and sometimes make calls you may not agree with. With that being said, inappropriate behavior, language, or verbal criticism of coaches, players, and officials will not be tolerated and may result in your removal from the stadium. This game is being played according to the rules of the National Federation of State High School Associations. For your convenience, restrooms are located under the bleachers on the press box side. We'd like to thank our sponsors for their support and generosity. For tonight's game, the sponsors are Madison Food Group, Torrey & Associates Real Estate, Jersey Mike's, McGovern Auto Group, Sign Design, and Copeland Auto Group.
So back to talking about Barnstable, Orlando. I know their coach is very excited about their football team. Tell me what their coach told you about their 2025 team.
Well, leading into this, he said the number one thing that they preach, the number one thing that they really go hard at is the weight room. I spoke to him on the field. He says they get up 5 o'clock in the morning since the season ended, and all their players are in the weight room consistently, and I was on the field. You can see the results, all right? So we talk about Barnstable. Coming in, we're going to talk about some of their players, and they have a lot. They're loaded, they're good, and very dangerous. One of the better teams here in the state of Massachusetts. We'll start with probably one of the best running backs in Massachusetts right now is Jason Dwyer. Keep an eye on him. That's number 8. He could do everything. He can run over you. He has if you give him open field, he can fly. All right. And who's going to give him the ball? Who's going to hand him the ball is Kyle Coughlin, a quarterback with experience that can hurt you in the air and can hurt you on the ground as well. And following, when he hands off the ball to Dwyer, you got 2 brothers, the Armstrong brothers, that's going to be opening huge holes for Barnstable.
So let's talk about that Barnstable offensive line. They are led at left tackle, Ronald Armstrong, a senior. Davari Hunter is their right tackle. He's a senior. Their center is Christopher Valdovinos. He's a senior. The left guard is Rashawn Peterkin. He's a junior. And Hassan Armstrong is the other guard. He's a junior. And we also have Miles up here for the 2000, the legend, who's
in the building.
Been around for many of the Brockton great victories, including some Super Bowl championships. Miles,
Yep.
Nice to have you here.
Nice to have you guys back. Welcome back. Welcome back.
Right.
Glad to be
Lance,
back
See you
here.
too.
Guys, let's talk about the boxes on offense tonight. They're led by Marcio Cimino, the junior quarterback. I thought he was their most, outside of Luke Turco, who got injured, he was their most consistent football player last year. And obviously Jared Mighty, their two-way terrific athlete. But Brockton is going to go as far as the big guys up front. Let's talk about their offensive line. They're led by junior Alex Muhammad, 6'4", 265. Jaden Joseph, they're very high on him, a sophomore, 6'3", 285. Eugenio Alves, a junior, he's 6'2", 245. Michael Myers, another sophomore, 5'10", 350. And the other offensive lineman is Martin Brandeo, the only senior at 5'10", 220. Orlando, when you talk to the Brockton coaches, Coach Silva and Myers, what are we thinking about Brockton? If they're going to be able to win this football game, what are they going to have to do to win?
Well, they're going to have to control the line. And it sounds like from what you just read, they got some beef up front. They're just going to have to push forward to let these running backs come in there and get some holes. And they also have to give the quarterback time when it's a passing game. So that's the key right there is the line. It, like again I said, it sounds like they got some beef up front. Of course, as you know, they were kind of manhandled last week by North Attleboro. But North Attleboro's big time. I believe they won the Super Bowl last year. So we'll give them a pass on that one. But this is a home game. They should be fired up against this Barnstable team. Now, Barnstable, they're no joke either. They're a good football team.
Yeah, they are. And Miles, you are right about when you talk about controlling the line, because last week against North Attleboro, they didn't control the line of scrimmage, and I felt like they lost that game up front. North Attleboro was just better up front, and that was the difference last week. And Barnstable, we could say, probably has a better line than North Attleboro by the look of things here.
So again, Leo Genatasio here, Brockton Community Access, along with Miles and Orlando. The production team, led by Mike the Postman Simmons, David, Eric, and Curtis Reese, always top notch. You can catch us on the Brockton channels. The Boxers 2025-26 home opener. Again, the Boxers went down to North Attleboro. They were a Super Bowl champion, obviously, in the Hockomock League, probably outside the Catholic Conference, the best conference in Massachusetts. And Brockton, with 15 brand new starters taking their first snaps, got manhandled up front on both sides of the ball. It wasn't pretty. There was no excuses talking to any of these coaches. So the Boxers, and I talked to Coach Silver before the game. They just want to get better one game at a time. The schedule's much better this year. Franklin, Catholic Memorial, some of the better programs in the state. Orlando, Miles, what about tonight do you think has to happen for Brockton just to be in this football game?
Well, you're right. Whatever happened last week, I know you took it to the mouth last week. You got to put that behind you because it's about getting better week to week, and you can't just sit here and look down because you got some major teams on your schedule. Catholic Memorial, probably the best team in the state. So you have to keep getting better going forward. Miles?
Yeah, exactly. And I look for big things from Samino. Is that how you pronounce it? Samino. Yes. This is a home game. He's got a little time behind him. He didn't do too bad last week. 15 passes for 165 yards. And we'll have the national anthem. And Leo, what I was saying about the quarterback, he should have a good game today. And he didn't have a bad game last week. They just couldn't put the ball in the end zone.
He can really make every throw on the field. His arm is terrific. He's gotten bigger and stronger this year. Just a junior. Hopefully the Boxers can get something going through the air. The Boxer captains tonight will be number 6, Jared Mighty. They're two-way, one of the better athletes in the area. Number 3, Nathan Jean Philippe. We'll talk about him after. He's already got a full scholarship to go play college football. Number 10, Xavier Cologne, who had a terrific season last year as a junior, close to 100 tackles. Number 8 is Robert Moyes, a returning defensive back. And, of course, Marcio Cimino, the junior quarterback. The captains for I was about to say the Red Raiders, but it's the Redhawks, their old name. It looks like it should be Jason Dyer, who the coach feels is one of the best players in Massachusetts, the Armstrong brothers, and it looks like their quarterback, and that looks like to be number 2, Kyle Coffin. It's a beautiful night here at Armand Colombo Field, Rocky Marciano Stadium. The wind is down, and it's a beautiful night to play football.
Yeah, and I can tell you right now, I got the keys to the game. I'm going to give it to you. For Brockton, you got to start off fast. You got to start off early. You can't fall behind because that's been a theme for Brockton the last couple of years, falling behind and unable to come back into games. So I feel like, especially against a team like this, you got to be focused and you got to start off fast.
Right, exactly, Orlando. And falling behind, it will bite you sooner or later. It bit Brockton a few times last year. But I see Cimino, one of his favorite targets was that tight end, Francis, last week. So let's look for him. He's 5'9". 160 pounds. He's not big, but he's elusive. He can find the open spots. in the defensive secondary.
Also, Jared Mighty cannot touch the ball 2 times a game.
No.
You gotta get him the ball 10 to 15. He's one of the better players here in the state too. We got a good one too, but you gotta find a way to get him the ball.
Yes.
And I know this is what Coach Jadico is going to do. He's going to try to get his best players the ball as much as he can.
So again, we're here at Armand Colombo Field, Rocky Marciano Stadium, the 2025 Brockton Boxers, the 11-time Super Bowl champion, 17-time state champion. But you know what, Orlando? They haven't won one in 20 years.
That's what people say around the city, right? They want a winning team.
Yes.
They want Brockton's used to championships, and you can't say that in the last 20 years.
And then that's hard to believe, Leo, and Orlando. It's been 20 years since Brockton's come out champions of the state. So let's hopefully they can make a run at it this year.
So the Boxers have won. Barnstable lost the toss, so the Boxers deferred, and they will be kicking off to the south end of the end zone. And looks like the Redhawks have Dyer back there deep. The Boxers will send out the special teams unit. Danny DeSilva has been the kicker. I think he was a junior last year, a sophomore last year. And he did an adequate job, really actually better than adequate, kicking the ball deep.
And I don't know, fans are not used to the 6 o'clock game. People are still filing in. Usually it's 7 o'clock. So
it's usually a big crowd,
yeah.
The opening game here at Marciano Stadium. So here the Boxers are. We are seconds away for the home opening kick. And it's a little good kick, it looks like. Brockton looks like they recovered it. So a good break for the Boxers right away. It wasn't an onside kick, but it was a short kick that the Barnstable receiver just thought he was going to bounce out of the bounds.
Yeah, one player's looking at the other who's going to get it, and the Brockton player says, I'm going to get it, stomps on it, and what a stop for the Boxers there.
And one of you guys just mentioned Mighty's got to get his hands on the football, and that's who recovered that. He was Johnny on the spot right there, used his speed, got down there quickly, and recovered the kick.
So the Boxers will take over at the Barnstable. Looks like the 24-yard line. Semedo comes in. Brockton runs different. Coach Barrows, who runs the offense, will put them in the pistol, will put them under center. He's not afraid to throw different looks at the opponent. Let's see.
I don't know if that was done on intentionally, but I'll take it.
It worked. The Boxers will come out in the pistol. 2 receivers to the right. Quentin Montero, the sophomore back, is in the backfield. Mighty in motion. They're going to give it to Mighty. And he tries to cut outside, and that's really good defense. And Brockton will lose 5 yards. And number 9 on the tackle for the Redhawks will be Logan Strunk, the junior linebacker. He just sniffed that out.
Yeah, the right side of that defense, exactly, Leo. They sniffed that right out. There were at least 2 Barnstable defenders right up on that play, and it was a loss.
Yeah, Strunk read that like a book, and was able to make the tackle and a loss of about 4 yards for Brockton.
But, you wanted to see Mighty get the ball. He touched it early, and it's hopefully something we'll see as the game possesses, because once he gets into space, he is one of the faster football players in Massachusetts. So the Boxers on 2nd and 14 at their own 28. They'll have a lone back. That's Montero with 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left, 2 to the left. And Smedo's back. He's going to look. He throws over the middle. It's open. It's Mighty. And Mighty catches the ball. And that's going to be a gain of about 11 yards as the Boxers, on a successful throwing play to Jared Mighty. Actually, they're going to get the first down, 14 yards.
Wow, my man Smedo just threaded the needle right there. It looked like there was 2 or 3 defenders, and he somehow got it to Mighty. Nice job with the accuracy.
Yeah, and he could do that, and Mighty found the soft spot in the zone, was able to get open. Great pass, like you say, Miles, and Brockton in the red zone.
So the Boxers take over, and it looks like at about the 12-yard line after that first down completion to Jared Mighty. As let's see, there was a good time, good blocking up front by the Boxer offensive line, as Montero will stay in the game, as the formation says, with 2 receivers to left and right. And there's Montero. He gets up the middle. He has yards, and that's a good run by Quentin Montero. He'll gain 5 down to looks like the Barnstable 6.5-yard line.
Yeah, Quentin Montero, the father legend here, believe won a state championship in baseball here in Brockton.
And football.
Yeah, good run there.
Yeah, the reason that run was successful is the counter where fooled Barnstable's defense, and that gave an opening for the running back.
Absolutely.
That was one of Armand Colombo's favorite plays, the counter. Peter Harris ran for 2,000 yards in one season on counters. So Quentin Montero on about the 4.5, 5-yard gain will get the boxes to second down and manageable. As Montero, we talked about him, he started on the baseball team as a freshman last year as one of the better athletes in the high school. So the formation remains the same. Quentin Montero offset with Marcio Semedo. 2 receivers to the left, 2 receivers to the right. And it's going to be a fake, and it's going to be Montero, and there's nothing doing right there. Terrific defense.
And I believe that was Armstrong saying hello. And we told you about him in the pregame show, and he made his presence felt right there.
And that definitely didn't fake the Barnstable defense. They were right on
Not
it
at all.
for a loss.
So the loss of about 5 will make this third down and about 10, maybe 11, as the Boxers are going to need to convert here to avoid going 4th down. The Boxers do have Danny DeSilva, who can kick field goals. His leg is strong.
If you're Brockton, man, you got to take they gave you that turnover. You got to capitalize, especially against a team like Barnstable, who's capable of scoring.
Barnstable's very athletic looking on defense. That's a good-looking team.
Sure is.
So the formation looks like 3 receivers to the left, 1 to the right, with Quentin Montero. Semedo's back. He's back. He's going to look. He throws to the end zone, and that's a touchdown.
Wow.
Before Mighty can even look, the junior Semedo puts it right in the money, and Brockton indeed capitalizes on that turnover.
Yeah, you're exactly right, Orlando. He put it right on the money. There's nowhere else you can throw that football but where Semedo threw it to Mighty. And like you said earlier, you guys said earlier, Mighty's got to get his hands on the ball.
We see it right here in the replay. Marcio Semedo threw it to a spot. As soon as Jared Mighty turned around, the ball was right in his belly. So looks like it was about an 11-yard touchdown pass. Gives the Boxers their first lead of the season as Danny DeSilva tries to put the extra point on to make it 7-0.
Jason Dwyer on the coverage had no chance. By the time he turned around, the ball was right in Mighty's hands. Spectacular.
The kick is, it looks like it's going to be good. And the extra point will make it 7-0. We're at 8:12 of the first quarter. The Boxers on the opening kick, they recovered. It wasn't an onside kick. It was just a kick where the Barnstable receiver let it bounce, and the Boxers were down there to cover it. They take advantage of it and have a 26-yard drive to go up 7-0.
Hey, Miles, people are walking in. Surprise, surprise. They're looking at the scoreboard, and Brockton's up 7-0.
Yeah, it's just a nice way to start off this football game. Brockton at home, their first game of the season, to capitalize on the kickoff to Barnstable, recover it, and then doesn't panic. Like you said, third down and about, I don't know how many yards, 12 yards to go for first, and they called the right play and did the execution.
I can tell you one thing, the Barnstable's going to be double teaming Jared Mighty the rest of the game.
Absolutely.
So the box is Danny DeSilva. The kick will be another onside kick in the middle, and the ball will be picked up by number 25 from Barnstable. He cuts back up the middle, and a great return, and Barnstable will have terrific field position at their own 45-yard line.
Yeah, this time Barnstable did recover that kick. That was last further. Wilson was able to get it before a Brockton player can get to it, and Barnstable with a good, nice short kick, but not too good when Barnstable's starting from there.
Well, Brockton is not kicking the ball deep. They don't want Jason Dyer touching the ball. As Barnstable's going to come right to the line of scrimmage, they're going to be in the pistol as well. And the running back looks like it's going to be number 4 this time, Daniel Murphy. As they line up and Dyer goes in motion, he's going to get the ball to the outside, and it's going to be a fake. Nice fake by Barnstable, and pretty good defense there by the Boxers.
Yeah, nice recovery by the Boxers on defense there. I was a little bit fooled and realized the quarterback kept it, but the defense stayed alert and stayed in their positions.
And that's Xavier Cologne and Jared Mighty. The 2 seniors were not faked at all. That's going to be about a 2.5-yard gain as they faked the Dyer in motion, and the quarterback kept the ball, and Brockton defense pretty sturdy right there.
Yeah, we didn't talk about Daniel Murphy as well. He's a very good player as well for Barnstable.
So the ball here is going to go to Dyer. It's going to be another fake, and that's going to be thrown. And that could have been intercepted.
And that could have, that should have been intercepted.
Yes.
It was in and out of his hands. Not a good throw by Coffin that time, and man.
McNeil had a chance.
Nice ball fake by Coffin as that was an overthrow and should have been intercepted by the Boxers. So Barnstable at third down at about 8 at their own 46-yard line as the Boxers will remain in there. Looks like it's in a 53 front with Mighty the safety. 2 backs next to Coffin. And he'll give it to Dyer. Dyer's going to have the ball. He gets outside, and he is going to be gone. So he is going to go 54 yards, and I'm surprised he didn't get a taunting right there. That was something that was called in the scrimmage game. So Dyer gets the ball, goes untouched, 54 yards on third down and 8. And we talked about being a special football player right there. That looked easy.
Yeah, that give the offensive line credit. These big guys, as you see on the screen, just made holes for the runner. And what's dangerous about him, he's got speed once he gets through them holes. And if he's got an opening, that's all speed right there, fellas.
Yeah, we told you about his open field capabilities, and he showed it right there, but a block kick there.
So the extra point will be blocked, and Brockton will lead 7-6 at the 7:05 mark. Both teams have had 2 offensive possessions. Both teams have scored. And Brockton will now get the ball back as Barnstable on a third down and 8 at their own, look like their own 46-yard line. Jason Dyer goes 54 yards. He went untouched through the right side, and there was terrific blocking up front by Barnstable as they really dominated the line of scrimmage right there.
Well, Coach Jacola told me before the game he thinks his Dwyer's the best player in the state, and
wow.
That argument is very solid right there as you've seen what he just did. That was all him.
That was pretty explosive. The kicker for Barnstable looks like it will be number 24, and that is Hagen Diaz.
Yeah, a lot of fireworks here a couple minutes into this game.
And that is a good kick, and it looks like it's angled over number 15 for Brockton, and he looks like he fumbled the ball and makes a move, and that's not a bad after fumbling the ball. He gains about 10 extra yards, and Brockton will take over at their own 16-yard line.
Yeah, it's scary when your kickoff returner muffs the catch, but he, like you said, Leo, he rebounded well and got Brockton to the 15.
Yeah, that was a junior, number 15, Kavion Burke.
Yeah, but don't early in this game too, the sun is could play a factor here. The shadows, I think it played it right there. Not sure he saw that ball totally.
So at 6:55 of the first quarter, the Boxers will be first and 10 at their own 15. They're up 7-6. C.J. Tyler, the junior, will be the back this time as the Boxers will go 3 to the left, 1 to the right. Jared Mighty still in single coverage with Jason Dyer. And that's going to go to C.J. He bats it up the middle. It's a good run by C.J. Keeps moving his legs, and that's going to be about a 6-7 yard run.
Yeah, I seen this kid last year, and I told you, Leo, watch this kid next year because I feel like he has the capability to be a good running back.
So the junior will gain probably 5.5. They'll give him 6 yards. It'll be 2nd and 4 for the Boxers. Nice job by the offensive line, the young offensive line by the Boxers. A couple sophomores out there getting a push, and it looks like the Boxers have responded this week with some good football. So
I was talking to Coach Barrows, said they had a very good week of practice this week. So that's good to hear.
So the snap's going to be high, and the ball is going to be a tough play for the Boxers right there. The bad snap allowed Barnstable just to take advantage of the timing right there. So whatever gain the Brockton's had on first down, they're going to lose 7 right there to make it, or 6 right there to make it 3rd and 11 in a very tough situation for the Boxers.
Unfortunately, those are the problems we saw in preseason games, high snaps. You can't do that. You cannot do that, especially after a very solid gain on first down.
Yeah,
this is the type of stuff we've seen too many years for the last few years, Orlando. That's if you want to be a good football team, that's the stuff that just can't happen. So the Boxers on 3rd down and 11 at their own, looks like their own 12-yard line. Tyler will remain in there with Marcio Semedo, and we have receivers to the left and the right. Semedo's back. He's got time. He's going to look. He's going to take it up the middle. Don't think he's going to gain 12, but it's a nice run. And he's gained about 7 or 8, and the Boxers are going to have to punt. And he had time. It was good coverage on the back end by the Redhawks.
Yeah, that was the key. Good coverage by Barnstable's defensive backfield.
Yeah, and on top of that, Ronell Armstrong, the D-line, he's everywhere on that field right now, man.
So in to kick for the Boxers will be Danny De Silva, the junior kicker who's been there for a couple years, and Barnstable's going to get terrific field position right here. Back deep for the Redhawks will be Joshua Ferguson, the senior.
Watch the snap here. Got to get a good snap.
It's a good snap. Danny De Silva has time. And it's an okay kick. It's going to be caught at midfield, and the Boxers miss a tackle there, miss a couple tackles, and it will be taken down by number 5 by Brockton is Marcia Biasa.
Yeah,
So terrific field position for the Redhawks.
Yeah, the Boxers are going to have to shore up on their tackling. As you can see early on, has been the best.
Yeah, good job by Joshua Ferguson handling that punt. Able to get some good yards off it, and Barnstable, great field position on the second possession.
We talked about the young players. Brockton is definitely going to miss Luke Turco and Ahmad Wiggins in the safety and linebacker position, both close to 100 tackles last year. But the Boxers come out here on defense as Barnstable is going to go 3 to the right. Murphy, the lone back, as the Boxers remain in that 43 front. And that's going to be held by the quarterback. He gets to the outside, and a nice tackle. And it looks like that's going to be Xavier Colon, who saved that from being a first down. But the good run by Coffin will gain probably 5 yards.
Yeah, Coffin's so good with the ball. He faked me out.
Yeah.
He didn't fake one of our tacklers, but that was a great fake by him.
So Dyer remains in the slot. That ball's going to be handed off in motion to number 3, and he is going to gain. It's a nice tackle by Jared Mighty. So the Boxers will force 3rd down right there. It looked like about 3rd down and 4 as the ball was handed to Dylan Hamilton, and a good play by Jared Mighty in the Boxers secondary. So obviously 4 down territory right here, as now Dyer will go behind the fullback who's offset. And that ball's right up the middle, and he bounces, and Brockton had him, and he breaks a tackle and will go into the end zone.
That's going to be a holding on Barnstable. That's going to come back. Unfortunately, clear hold.
So the touchdown run by Dyer, let's see if it's called back. Brockton had the tackle, the missed tackle.
Yeah, that's going to be a hold.
It's in the secondary.
Yeah, here it is on the replay, guys.
Let's see right here. Brockton had him right there. That is missed tackles. Those are tackles that got to be made. I don't see the hold.
Number two got held.
Okay.
You saw it from up here.
That was way down the field. It still may be a first down after the penalty.
Clear hold.
Yeah. So it will be a first down for Barnstable after the hold, because that was near the end zone, as the Redhawks have first down at the 20-yard line, as Jason Dyer has touched the ball twice, and both times it ended up in the end zone.
You got to hit him. You just can't look at him running the ball, man.
Can't run side by side with him.
I mean,
you got to put a body
he's Jason Dwyer. He's not Barry Sanders here. Come on.
So Coffin is in the pistol with 3 receivers to the right. Dyer is the only back behind him. Let's see what the Boxers can do here. We're crawling at the 3-minute mark with the Boxers leading by 1 point. Armand Colombo Field, Rocky Marciano Stadium, Brockton Community Access. So Coffin does the little pitch to Dyer. Dyer has room to the right, bounces the buck inside, and he gains 13 yards. And a lot of that was on his own. He navigated through blocks right there, and that's going to be a first down for the Redhawks at around the 5-yard line, as the senior running back is showing why he's considered one of the better running backs. We see it right here.
Yeah,
not a ton of room. Look a little bit like Luke Turco bouncing in between tackles right there. And that was a super run. So the Boxers here on first down, and they'll be good defense.
And not that time, no.
As they will stop him for a modest, maybe a 1-yard gain. As Barnstable will look at 2nd down and goal to go at the 4-yard line.
And Barnstable's going to go right back to that run.
Yep, quick offense. No huddle.
And Coffin gives it to Dyer, and there's a lot of room right there. And that's a good tackle by the Boxers. That's going to be Mighty and Cologne. They stop him at the 1, and he was at the 1-yard line before contact. So that's a good tackle by Cologne and Dyer. 3rd and goal here. And that looks like he will.
He's in.
There's the call. So the quarterback sneak will make it 12-7 for the Redhawks, as they will send on. They go for 2. They may send on the kicker. as their offensive line just pushed the boxes back right there.
And one of the big things about this particular drive into the end zone, Barnstable ran basically a no-huddle offense, and that kind of hurt Brockton. They didn't have time to, what's going on? And before you know it, these big boys were pushing Brockton, making holes open. You'll see, we just saw it on the replay, but nice job again by the offensive line of Barnstable. There's some big boys up there.
Yeah, that's why you cannot give them short field.
So Barnstable's going to go for two. They got two backs to the left and right of Coffin, two receivers to the right. And that looks like Dyer's going to get the ball. It's faked, and Coffin has it, and the Brockton's going to stop him. So good defense right there by the boxes.
Yep, big
Michael Myers.
Big
And
number
there's a
79.
flag after the play.
Yeah, that flag, I mean, you're a little bit too quick with that. Come on, ref. Come on.
Are they calling on Barnstable?
Both.
It's offsetting. It's after the play.
Okay.
I don't think the play. I think the play was stand.
That was not necessary.
Right.
But, okay, ref.
So the Boxers get the stop on the conversion, and they are down by 5 here at Rocky Marciano Stadium, Armand Colombo Field. Leo Genatasio, along with Orlando Galveo, Miles Jackson, two Brockton legends. Mike the Postman Simmons, David Eric, Curtis Reese on the top-notch production. You can catch us on the Brockton channels on YouTube. As the Boxers will send back deep, it looks like Jared Mighty and number 15, Kavion Burke. The Boxers need to respond here, guys.
Yes.
Well, you certainly can't start at your 11-yard line.
No.
You got to start. You got to give your offense a good field position to generate some offense. And unfortunately, Brockton, that penalty looked like it's on Brockton and not Barnstable.
So let's see what Barnstable does here. They will have
kicking
off at the Brockton 45-yard line.
Leo, Miles, that play is going to happen throughout the whole game. Are you going to continue to call that the whole game?
Right.
That wasn't necessary.
So the call against the Boxers will give Barnstable kicking the ball at the Brockton 45. Let's see if they pooch kick it and try to hem Brockton in again. And the kick will be out of the end zone. So, Burke will return it. Well,
once high school
high
rules.
high school,
can't
it's
run
in the
it
end
out.
zone. You can't run it out. So that's a new rule. I like that rule,
But
actually.
what are you thinking there coming out the end zone?
So the Boxers will take over at their own 25-yard line. They're down by 5. And let's see what Coach Barros on offense, how they respond here.
Yeah, me personally, I didn't like the kick returner deciding to run it out, and he's 2 or 3 yards in the end zone.
Yes.
And you really need decent field position. Let's start out at the 20 instead of at the 10.
Right.
We've talked about Brockton special teams
The
the
rules
past
saved
3
them.
or 4 years, Orlando. It's something that has to improve. Tonight it has, an onside kick or pooch kick that they returned. But onside special teams has been an issue for Brockton for a few years.
The good thing, the rules saved them there.
So 3 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. C.J. Tyler's going to be the back. He's going to get the ball. He bounces up the middle. He looked like he slid in between tackles there, but there was nothing doing.
See, that's
And
the
that
same
should be
play
a
right
flag.
there.
That should be a flag, too.
That's,
And yeah, they're gonna
there
throw
it is.
They will throw it that time. So it's basically the same play where after the whistle, they threw the player to the ground. It is football. I don't mind the tackle, but if you're going to call it one way, you got to call it the other. So the 15 yards here.
I was going to throw my pen if they didn't call that flag, especially when you called it on Brockton. But like I said, did I say them things are going to happen?
Exactly.
Players are going to finish tackles. I don't agree with the call.
Orlando, I remember the last time you liked a referee during a Brockton football game was 1991 during the Brockton St. John Super Bowl. You actually said to me after the game, that was a well-refereed game. So
Yeah, we got
It
some
happens.
great referees out there.
So I don't know why they're marking this ball off at the 10-yard line. The play,
It was a dead ball.
Right.
Dead ball.
dead ball. So the Boxers at the 15 yards still might not be. Is it an automatic first? I don't think it is anymore.
Well, I think you repeat the first down, though, right?
Yeah.
No, it's a dead ball.
No?
It's second
Okay,
down.
that's it.
So, yeah, maybe you are right. Maybe
Yeah,
it
they
is a
still got
repeat
the
of
first down marker.
Okay, so 1st and 4 for the Boxers. The break on that play as Tyler will remain the back.
It'll be second down.
Yeah, it is second down. I knew. Yeah, that's a rule that hasn't changed. So 1 receiver to the left, 3 to the right, including Jared Mighty. C.J. Tyler's the lone back. The snap, and Tyler's going to get the ball, runs up the middle, and he struggles for maybe a yard. And I'd like to see him hit that hole a little bit harder than that, Orlando.
There's a push. I mean, this game, maybe that's why these referees are throwing these flags early. because they feel like this game can get out of hand
Yep.
very quick. Now my feelings are starting to change here a little bit. They probably see things, the referees, they see things in the field that we don't see here in the booth.
So the Boxers have a must 3rd down and 2 right here. They do not want to give the ball back to the Redhawks right here. We're
Definitely
under 2
not.
minutes. We're at about 1 minute and 17 seconds. 3rd down. It looks like a long 1.5, maybe 2 for the Boxers at their own 28.5-yard line.
Yes, you're right, Leo. It's a long 1-yard play here.
They'll remain in the pistol. They're going to go run 5 yards to game 1. And that ball's going to go to Tyler. He runs up the middle, and he kept moving his legs, and he may have it. Nice run
got that first
by the junior.
Can move the chains there.
Excellent effort by the running back right there.
Like to see him lower that head, lower his shoulders, and gain that yard. So nice run by Tyler, as the Boxers will have a 1st down at their own 30.5, 31-yard line, as we are closing in on the end of the first quarter here at Rocky Marciano Stadium, Armand Colombo Field, Brockton Community Access. The 2 legends with me, Orlando Galveo, Miles Jackson, and I'm Leo Genatasio.
Where Brockton don't have a lot of seniors, Barnstable's loaded with seniors.
Yeah, very veteran team.
This is it. They want to win the Super Bowl this year. So Tyler remains the back. Samito in the pistol. 3 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. And the ball's going to go to Tyler, and there's nothing doing. A loss of 3, and that's a play where I like to see them take a shot down the field.
Yeah, do play action, stretch the field. You
Yeah.
can't just keep on doing the same thing over and over. You have to get fancy with it, man.
Yeah. You don't want the defense to get too comfortable knowing what you're doing. You need to mix it up a little bit more.
Yeah.
So at the end of the first quarter here, Barnstable Redhawks are 12. The Brockton Boxers are 7. Back here, the start of the second quarter in Brockton Community Access. Leo Genatasio along with Orlando Galveo, Miles Jackson. Guys, the Boxers took the opening kick after a converted onside pooch kick and scored, but they've given up 2 touchdowns. Brockton here now 2nd and 12, down by 5.
Yeah, somehow Brockton have to suck it up on the offensive line and try to get some holes up against this big defense. A lot of horses on Barnstable's side.
So the Boxers come out in that pistol. 3 receivers to the right, Jared Mighty to the left. It looks like he has a new corner on him. That's going to be Dylan Hamilton, the senior. Mighty is tough to cover. He's one of the faster athletes in Massachusetts, and if he gets into the open, he's got terrific hands. And let's see if Brockton tries to work him the football here, Orlando and Miles.
I don't see Renell Armstrong out there for Barnstable. Usually very good defensive. Hopefully he's all right. Maybe just taking a break. But yeah, you saw what happened when you got Mighty the ball a couple times. He made things happen. And
so the Boxers converted a 3rd down after that opening kick where they recovered, and then on a 3rd and 11, a touchdown pass to Jared Mighty. Jason Dyer responded with a 54-yard run, and then a quarterback sneak by Coffin has led the Redhawks to this 12-7 lead.
So, unfortunately, we're dealing with a drone problem right now, so they're not going to continue until they take care of that drone. To the far left, you see a drone over there, so that's the issue right now.
Orlando, any out-of-state games tonight that we should be looking at?
I know one game, Mars, we're going to remember, we're early start here at 6 o'clock, so a lot of the games start later at 7, but got one in particular I'm interested in is St. John's Prep. Who they have a 5-star quarterback. They're spoiled, right? Against Marshfield. That should be a good one.
So I want to wish good luck to our friends over at West Bridgewater. My friend Zach Smith helping out in the offense over there, calling some plays. The West Bridgewater Wildcats won their opening game against Manchester Essex. Tonight they're playing Westwood, one of the better football programs in their division. So good luck to the Wildcats over there in West Bridgewater. But over here at Rocky Marciano Stadium, the Boxers down by 5. We have a drone. They're not going to let us play football until it's taken care of. The Boxers have the football. They're down by 5. A lot of people thought this would be a football game, guys, where they'd be down by 21 points the first quarter. That's not the case. The Boxers scored. They've made, outside that run by Dyer, that last drive, they made Barnstable work for it. Let's see if the Boxers can respond. So we are close to the second quarter right here.
Well, I tell you, Leo, one thing the Brockton offense and Samito's going to have to do, he's going to do some timing plays, especially the mighty, because he's getting a lot of pressure quickly, so he's going to have to trust his receivers and trust his arm to get it out there just as the receiver's finishing his route.
So we do have a score out of town. BC High against Central Catholic. BC High up 7-0. That's a big game there.
So 2nd and 12. A nice play by Samito. He faked to the left, rolled to the right, cut up in between the defensive tackle, and made a nice throw to number 15, who caught the ball and gained about 10 yards for the Boxers. And that was, I think that's Kavion Burke.
Junior.
The junior making that catch. So 3rd down and about 1 as Samito showing his athleticism.
Yeah, that was a timing play again. Just as he turned around, they threw it to him. Samito threw it to him. You can see he's in the pocket, feels the pressure, smart enough to get outside and just guns it over there.
Boxers are lucky they weren't called for a hold there. So Tyler remains the back on 3rd down and less than a yard for the Boxers. Samito's under center. And Samito moves his legs, and he's going to gain probably,
look at this,
5 yards, 4 yards, and it'll be a 1st down for the Boxers at the 45.
Great job by the Brockton offense to push that big line of Barnstable's forward just enough for Samito to get the 1st down.
And we talk about that Brockton offensive line, 2 sophomores, 2 juniors. So the coach has got to be happy about that. And Brockton has a new offensive line coach, Orlando, from BC High, correct?
Yeah, McCarty, a lot of experience at BC High. Matter of fact, he has an NFL player under his resume.
Ozzie Trapillo, yeah.
Yep.
So, who has Brockton roots? His mother is a Brockton High graduate. So, Boxers take over 1st and 10 here, 45-yard line. Let's see what they can do. We're under the 11-minute mark of a 12-7 game. Formation the same. 2 receivers to the left, 2 receivers to the right. Samito in the pistol with C.J. Tyler. Barnstable looks like they're in that 52 front. And that ball's going to go to Tyler up the middle. It's a great run by Tyler. Way to move his legs, and he's going to gain probably 5 yards. Nice job by the left side of that Brockton offensive line.
Exactly. The running back, Tyler, he flew through that line. He just flew right through it before Barnstable knew what hit him.
No dancing right there by Tyler.
No
Terrific
dancing.
run.
No dancing.
So 5-yard by the Boxers. And the Boxers will have the ball at midfield. And this has been a nice possession so far. And it looks like they ran behind. That was Michael Myers, the sophomore. And the left tackle is a junior. So everything's the same with Tyler. Samito in the pistol. And
be a timeout.
Something Coach Silva didn't like.
That's a good timeout.
And we talked about this coaching staff. They're young. Coach Silva, Coach Barros, all these guys, Coach Barros to spell them up. The rest of these guys, Sam Basong, John Shelby, not only great players, champions, Super Bowl champions. They played on state championship caliber teams. There's so much you could say about having not only Brockton High graduates, but guys that won state championships leading some of these younger fellas.
Right, and only in Brockton, you don't even have a year under your belt, and people start to judge you, man. You got to give. He's a new coach. You got to every coach. In order to be good, has to go through the rough ends. The growing pains, and hopefully not too many growing pains, right, Miles?
So we talk about that. Damal Lee played on a state championship team. Sam Basong, state champion
yes.
team. Coach Kyrell. And you got Coach Kenya Velez, starting middle linebacker, back-to-back state championship team, undefeated team, nationally ranked. Those are the guys that you want leading this program.
Absolutely.
So the Boxers come out 2nd and 5. Samito, everything's the same, except we're going to have 3 receivers to the right with C.J. Tyler. And the motion's going to go to Burke. And he got held up a little bit, but looked like he ran into his own player. But he's still going to gain maybe 2 yards out of it. That could have been something right there.
Yeah, that play was a disaster from the start, man. So
I'm just glad they hung on to the football.
Yeah.
So the game will probably be 1 yard for Brockton. I don't know if this is 4-down territory. I don't know if you want to give the ball back to Barnstable at midfield, but it seems like this is something right here that Brockton really wants to gain these 4 yards to keep the football.
Yeah, you definitely don't want to give Barnstable the ball right there. But, again, Jared Mighty. I know first series touched the ball a couple times. We have yet to see him touch the ball since that.
I'd like to see him in the backfield a little bit, Orlando. So here we go, 3rd down and 4.5, closer to 5. C.J. Tyler. 2 receivers to the left, 2 receivers to the right. Brockton in the pistol. Barnstable remains in that 43 with 2 safeties back. Burke in motion. It's a fake. It's going to go to Tyler to the outside, and that's not going to work. That was right there, Orlando. A little bit too much, motion right there, allowing Barnstable not being fast enough with the motion right there, and Brockton's going to have to pump the ball. And I'd like to see them throw the ball there, get Samito out of the pocket, maybe take advantage of Brockton's athletes on the outside.
Yeah, I don't like that razzle-dazzle there. But, hey, you got to live with it. But it didn't fool Barnstable at all. They're a very smart team, and that's not going to fool them, right, Miles?
No, it's not. And what I'd like to see is there it is right there. Barnstable's right all on it.
They had no chance.
I like to see Brockton just throw it out to the flat to Mighty, and because he's out there with one defender, and see if he can do his thing.
So that's a good kick by Danny De Silva, and Barnstable will take over at their own 22-yard line. So that Brockton drive was promising. Unfortunately, the Boxers have to give the ball back, and this seems like if Brockton wants to win this football game, they can't give up and get down by more than 1 score.
No, they have to hold right. This is a key defensive
series for
thank you.
now. So,
series for them. So they really need to hold them no matter where it's at. If it's by the midfield, they need to get the ball back.
Yeah, Miles, Leo, you cannot do razzle-dazzle on 3rd down and 3 at midfield.
Early in the season, too.
Yep.
So Barnstable comes out with 2 backs offset with their quarterback, and that's going to be a fake, and it's going to be up the middle, and that's going to be a nice tackle by Brockton. The ball was given to number 4, Daniel Murphy, and a good tackle right there. That was number 95 from the Boxers, the defensive tackle, and that is going to be Isaiah Duvergill. He is a senior. So 2nd down and 7 as Coffin is got 2 backs offset with him. And that's going to be given. That's good defense by Brockton right there, and that's Murphy again. So Brockton is forced to 3rd down here, and you'd like to see them get off the football field. 2 nice plays, and Xavier and Cologne once again helping out right there with Duvergill and the full scholarship-bound Nathan Jean Philippe, Orlando, and Miles.
Yeah, that was good defense, as you said, because Barnstable's still running this no-huddle offense, trying to get Brockton caught off guard, but they did a good job on that particular play.
Yeah, I thought Coffin held the ball a little bit too long on that play right there.
Dyer's in the slot here with a huge cushion. 1 back with Coffin. 3rd down at about 7. He's going to hold it. He rolls to the left. He throws to the right, and that's good defense.
Yeah.
As Brockton will force a 4th down at about 4, maybe 3.5. And Barnstable may go for this. You never know.
Yeah, Coach Jacola is irate because he said you had him waited too long to throw the ball, and he does not like that. And let's see what they do here.
And they will punt. So good defensive series by the Boxers. Will force a punt. Jared Mighty, who returned punts for touchdown last year. And you see Coffin roll it over to the right side, and I don't know. I don't think that play was not designed to gain a first down.
The head coach was upset. I think he was looking at that other play
he
like
said
you
had him.
Yep.
Yep.
So let's watch to see if Barnstable fakes here too. 4th down at about 3, and Barnstable has too many guys on the football field. So nice first half by Brockton so far, guys.
Yeah, they've hung in there.
A lot of the pundits out there said Brockton was going to lose this game by halftime by 3 or 4 touchdowns. And I got to give it to the coaches and the players. They're playing better football tonight.
Let's it is too early. This possible team. It is too early, but so far so good. Yep. Correct.
Still 6 minutes and 30 seconds in this 2nd quarter.
Mighty is back. He's 40, 50 yards back, so they probably scouted this kicker, and he's got a big arm.
And let's not forget that we are trailing 12-7 as well.
So the kick will be a terrible kick. That's going to be great field position for Boxers. as the ball will bounce around the 45-yard line of Barnstable. Brockton will take over the ball, 1st and 10.
Yeah, that might be like a 15-yard kick, something like that. Not good.
So let's see if Brockton now, we've talked about this, getting the ball to Jared Mighty. They take a shot right here with the field position they have.
Yeah, that was a classic shank punt right there.
6-16, Brockton Community Access. Mike the Postman Simmons, always on the production. David Eric, and of course Curtis Reese, who started the production tonight with the new segment that looked like old school Brockton football.
That was fabulous.
So let's see what Brockton does here. They have the ball at the Barnstable 44-yard line. They're coming out. C.J. Tyler remains the back. 3 receivers to the right, Jared Mighty to the left, and he's got Jason Dyer on him.
Yeah, Jason's playing way back.
And that ball's going to go to C.J., and he'll gain maybe 3 yards, 2 yards. As Brockton continues to run the football. And we're going to go close to that 6-minute mark. Will be 2nd down and probably 9 as the Boxers are just trying to establish something on the ground.
I'll tell you guys, what I'd like to see is some play action and get it quickly over there to Mighty, because right now they're giving them a lot of room over there.
I think what Brockton's looking at, too, let's use some clock.
Yeah.
I think that's keep the ball away from Barnstable. I think that has a lot to do with why they're running the ball so much, I would assume.
3 receivers to the right, Mighty to the left. And that's going to be another play call to the Little junior running back.
That's a horse call, a no call there.
And he moves his legs, pushing his feet, and he's going to gain 6.
Still
terrific run by Tyler.
Great effort.
Yeah, Sylvia's saying, where's the horse collar? If we can see the replay, looked like it.
Looked like he had the back of the shirt, but if it went up any high, the horse collar's there. So 3rd down and 3 for the Boxers, and we see Tyler right here. Nice cut up the middle, and
yeah, he's got him by the shirt.
No, that's a shirt. That's not a horse collar. So the tackle by Barnstable saved the 1st down right there, as Boxers are probably in 4-down territory right here. We're under 5 minutes of the first half. The Boxers are down by 5. Mighty is over to he's in the slot left with the receiver to the right. Oh, but that's a bad penalty by Brockton. So Mighty started in motion, 2 guys in motion.
Yeah.
So Brockton's going to give back 5 yards and make it 3rd down and 8.
Yeah, easy call for the ref. 2 guys moving at the same time. That's definitely a no-no.
And that's inexcusable stuff. That's stuff during the week that shouldn't happen. You work on that during the week, shouldn't happen on game day. So that penalty will move the Boxers back 5. And instead of 3rd down and 3 and 4-down territory, this will be 3rd down and 9, as the Boxers will look to keep the football here as we are under the 5-minute mark here in the 2nd quarter.
Yeah, this puts a lot of pressure on Brockton's offense to try to get a 1st down, because Barnstable really hasn't given up a big yardage yet. Even a touchdown pass was about 10 or 12 yards.
Looks like it's looks like 3rd and about 9, closer to 8.5, but still long for the Boxers. Quentin Montero, the sophomore, will be the back. Semato's back. He got a lot of pressure, throws the ball, and that's caught. And that should be close to a 1st down by Kavion Burke. As Samato rolled to his right, threw it across his body, and Burke the junior, once again in traffic, makes a good catch.
Yeah, he's going to be short, though, by about a yard. So this sets up a 4th and short situation for Brockton.
And Boxers want to move fast.
I don't blame them. They should go for it.
Quarterback sneak.
And that's going to move his legs, and he should have. I think he has it.
That's going to be close, Leo.
I think he has
very
it.
close.
The
referee on
moving.
The referee on the far side is not giving him a 1st down, but the referee on the left, closer to us, is.
Yeah, that's a 1st down.
Yeah,
I think it's a 1st down.
Yeah, that's a good spot.
So the Boxers, after that 3rd down throw, Marcio Samato showing his athleticism, rolling to the right, throws it back across, and Kavion Burke, the junior, 2 tough catches in traffic.
They might measure this. That's what the Barnstable coaches want, at least, is a measurement, and looks like they are.
So we're going to get the measurement. Looked like Brockton had it, but we'll see.
That's going to be close, but I think they might have made it by a hair.
If not, Barnstable will take over at their own 35-yard line. 3 minutes left in the 2nd quarter. Brockton desperately wants to keep the ball, get this into at least a 1-possession game. And they looks like they did not get it. No, is that a first down? Nope. So Brockton misses by
Inches.
Wow, that is close.
That's real close. Tough break for the Boxers there.
So the spot looked good. Brockton just comes up short. As Barnstable will take over, and that could be a huge turning point of this football game, as Brockton looked like they were getting close to going back and taking the lead. So the Boxers defense comes back out in the football field. 3 minutes, 20 seconds here. They're down 12-7.
You didn't get enough push by the quarterback in the line. Give Barnstable credit, good stop.
So Barnstable comes back out in that pistol. Coffin with the ball. He's going to hand it to Dyer up the middle, and that's good tackle by Xavier.
Fumble!
Oh, Brockton, what a play by Xavier Cologne. And Barnstable's fortunate to get that ball back, as Xavier Cologne really met him right there in the hole.
Yeah, Armstrong all over that ball.
Yeah.
Saved disaster for Barnstable.
Nice job by the Brockton defender to punch that ball out.
So it looks like it's going to be 2nd and 8 for Barnstable. Under 3 minutes here.
Here it is on replay. If they have a chance.
And you see him right here, Xavier Cologne right there. That's a great tackle. Just great
snatched
play.
it out of him.
So Coffin has one back behind him. And 2 receivers. They're going double tight end, it looks like. And that ball's going to go to Dyer. And there's nothing. Oh, Brockton had him in the backfield. They got to make that tackle. So that's a gain of 4 yards, but they had him in the backfield.
They did.
So 3rd down and 5 for Barnstable, as the Boxers defense is trying to stiffen up here.
Yeah, it looks like 3rd down and 4.
So got to get lower on those tackles. Can't shoulder pad. You can't shackle Dyer in the shoulders or the midsection. You got to go low and grab him by the legs.
Yeah, this is a big Barnstable team. The line and the running backs.
So 3rd down and 3 for the Barnstable. And that's going to be a ball that's going to go to Dyer again. He gets up the middle. And Brockton, once again, they're going to stop him probably 1.5 yards short of the 1st down. As we're going to look at big number 79, Cash.
Yeah, unfortunately, the referee looked like they gave him a good spot there, but still going to be 4th down. Let's see what Barnstable does here. And it looks like they're going.
Oh, that was a really good spot because he did not look like he got up to that.
If I was Brockton, I'd call a timeout here, make them think about it.
So 4th down and less than 1 yard for the Redhawks.
And there's the timeout.
Yep, he called it.
Well, Brockton does call the timeout. Yep. So the Boxer defense, after those first 2 runs by Jason Dyer, they've done a terrific job, Brockton, trying to manage this high-potent Barnstable offense.
Yeah, you see what Barnstable wants to do tonight. They want to run the ball. So I don't know if the quarterback got capable of throwing the ball, but I heard he is. But they clearly want to run the ball.
And since that first series, John Shelby's defense has really played better football.
Definitely so, but Barnstable has some big hogs up front. Mm-hmm. I can see why they want to run the football.
Absolutely, but in terms of Brockton's game plan, maybe you want to keep an eye on the run because they look like they're a run first pass second team.
Yes.
And we talked about this. Brockton wants to get into their locker rooms only down by 1 score. They deserve it. They played good football this half. I feel like if Brockton gives up a touchdown rate, that will really be backbreaking for the kids. Because they played really good football this half.
It's a good point,
like
Leo.
We said, a lot of the people out there said Brockton was going to be down 28 points at halftime because Barnstable's one of the better teams in the state. Brockton's played well.
But most importantly, Leo, they get the ball to start the second half. So you wanna stop them from any points. 4th
down and inches for Barnstable. And he rolls, Coffin rolls to the left. And, he's met right.
He did not get that.
He just at the last second, I think he got it.
Yeah,
but that was really good defense by the Boxers.
He got popped.
Yeah. He paid for it, but it's a 1st down.
And he looks like he got popped. He looks like he's in a daze there.
Yeah. That's Brockton football. That's Brockton football.
Let's see it here on replay, guys.
You see Dyer rolling here. Coffin rolling there. Oh, that's a great hit.
That was a great hit.
Oh, they had him. His knee might have hit before his body came down. That's a really good spot.
Referees was right on top of it. Good call. That was a 1st down.
Nice hit by Mighty.
So 1st down at the 45 for Barnstable. Under a minute left. Let's see if Barnstable throws the football. Coffin has Dyer behind him. And that's going to be Coffin fakes. He fakes. He's going to look. He looks downfield. He runs. And he's going to gain 8 yards. But, the clock's running. Brockton will take that. As Barnstable looks like they'll use one of their timeouts. So the Boxers defense, since that opening 54-yard run by Dyer, has really played some good football here.
Yeah, Brockton's defense, they're hanging in there. They're a little smaller than Barnstable's offense as well as their defense, but they're hanging in there. They're playing tough, gutty football.
You got to watch. Barnstable is known for the trickery, right? I've seen that in games where Brockton's played Barnstable. Barnstable will get their trickery out that bag, and watch out for that right here with 43 seconds left here in the first half.
But you know what? We talked about after last week just playing better football, and the coaches got those kids ready to play this week. I know it's only been one half, but they played better this week.
Absolutely.
So Barnstable is going to come right to the line of scrimmage. Brockton coaches talk to their defense. Jared Mighty patrolling the Brockton defensive backfield back there. Hopefully he won't get anyone get behind him. Coffin, the quarterback's good ball faker. Dyer's going to be next to him. We're at 43 seconds. And he's back. Coffin's back. He's going to throw the ball up, and that is nice throw. Back shoulder throw. It's a tough play to make, and it's going to be third down and short as we get to 39 seconds.
Listen, I'm not getting on the kid, but you got to make this kid throw the ball. You got to make this kid throw the ball. You got to make him throw the ball, from what I'm seeing.
Yeah, that ball right there was thrown a little bit to the left of him outside. There was no way he was going to catch that and keep his feet in bounds.
So let's see what Barnstable does here. They're probably going to want to get that first down to get 4 more downs. Murphy will be the back, as we will have single coverage on Dyer to the right.
I do not see Dwight. Actually, I don't see Dwight out there. Is he? Number 8?
He's right here.
Number 8.
So Murphy.
I don't see Dwight out there.
Coffin's in the pistol. He's back. He's back. He throws the ball into that could have been intercepted.
It's going to be a penalty on Brockton for roughing the passenger. The passer. Unbelievable. Let's see the replay on that.
So Brockton would have forced a 4th down here. The 15 yards is going to give Barnstable really good field position. Another untimely penalty by the Boxers.
I mean, let's see it.
Could have been an interception. The ball went right through number 17's hands of Brockton. It was good defense by Wilmer Perelon. Let's see right here. You see it in the flat. He read it perfectly. Right through his hands, dropped. And I didn't see the play, but the 15 yards is going to give them really good field position. Untimely penalty by the Boxers.
Yeah, I think they called the penalty because the lineman hit him.
What I saw is his lineman hit him.
So first down for Barnstable at the Brockton 32. 32 seconds left. Coffin's back. He's back. He's going to look. He throws the ball up, and Jared Mighty's there. And it's good defense by the Boxers.
Yeah, have him throw the ball. Have this kid throw the ball. He has not shown me he can make he's capable of throwing that ball.
You're right. You're right, Orlando. He's not really a great passer at the moment.
So 25 seconds left. Barnstable. And you know there's going to be some sort of trickery at some point here. You're right, Orlando. Barnstable is well known to do it. Boxers go single coverage. Mighty in the safeties. Remain close to the line of scrimmage. Xavier Cologne.
Here's Dwyer.
They roll to the left. He rolls. He looks. He throws the ball over. He's wide open.
And Coughlin took an absolute shot. And that's the second one he's took this series. And let's hope he's all right. But he got leveled in that play.
He sure did, and you see him shaking his head.
So first down at the 10-yard line. He was wide open. A good play by Coffin. He rolled to the left and hit his wide receiver in the middle of the field. And Brockton is able to make the tackle at the 10. But Barnstable's going to have several plays to get in the end zone.
Yeah, and they got one timeout left.
So that 15-yard penalty is really coming back to haunt the Boxers at this point. Let's see it right here.
Yeah, you can see on replay. You can see somebody missed their defensive assignment covering that guy.
That's a clean, good tackle by number 5 by Brockton. Just a second late, and that's Michael
I would
Baessa.
like to see the passing, the interference call in the play before, because I didn't see nothing.
Oh, the roughing the passer.
I'm just going by by my first initial look. I did not see what the referee saw.
So Barnstable have first and goal at the 10. 16 seconds left. Not necessarily throwing, and they have one of the better running backs in Massachusetts in the backfield. And on the football field, he's going to be, looks like he's not even on the field. So Murphy will be the back.
Hey, he's right there lined up on the left. He's probably going to go in motion. Going towards his right.
So Barnstable, no, Brockton will use one of their timeouts. And this is pivotal for this football game for Brockton to get a stop here to keep this a one-score game. If they have a chance to win this football game for Brockton, they got to get a stop here.
Yeah, if they can get the stop, guys, it'll be a great momentum when Brockton goes into the locker room. They'll have some momentum. They're still in the game. Anything can happen.
Again, Leo Genatasio, along with two Brockton legends, Orlando Galveo, Miles Jackson. Your Brockton, community access, always Mike the Postman Simmons, David Eric, Curtis Reese. They always do a tremendous job. You can catch us on the Brockton channels.
Well, Leo, it's never good when you call me a legend in front of a real legend.
Well, you're both legends.
It doesn't make me look good.
You're both legends.
Miles Jackson is the real legend.
Miles Jackson has called
Let's keep it real here.
Miles Jackson has called a lot of big Brockton games, but he hasn't called big hockey games like you have from 20 years ago, or wrestling matches that you have called.
But listen here, Barnstable has one timeout left, so the run is still
It's got to run here, then that's going to be all passes. So
Watch out for Dwyer here. Watch out for Dwyer.
So Coffin's going to roll to his left. He's got time. Brockton looks. The ball's going to be wide open. So a breakdown in the secondary allows Barnstable for an easy touchdown catch right there, as Barnstable will go up 18-7 with 8 seconds left, and that's just backbreaking by Brockton because that was a self-inflicted drive.
Yes.
They played good defense right up until that point. But if you want to win football games, you can't have 15-yard penalties on a third down stop that would have forced fourth down.
And one problem is a lot of pressure on this young defense to hang in there. And I'm not giving them excuses, but it's a young defense. And you got this Barnstable team. You'll see it right here.
He rolls out, and he's just wide open. There was no one there. That was
too easy.
Catch. Too easy.
And obviously, the 15-yard penalty is going to play a factor here.
Yeah.
So Barnstable's up 18-7. They're going for 2. Coffin is in the pistol with one back. And he's going to give that ball to Dyer. Dyer's going to get outside. Oh, it's a terrific play by Jared Mighty.
Yep.
Came right through there.
What a play.
Made the play.
So he'll keep it to an 11-point game. So Brockton within a touchdown and an extra field goal with a conversion. So they're going to have to kick off deep to the boxes. Let's see if Jared Mighty gets a chance to touch the football. Remember last year against Everett, they kicked the ball with the same situation, and Mighty returned it for a touchdown that changed the whole complexion of that game.
And I can tell you right now, they are not kicking the ball over to Jared Mighty. There's no way.
Well, I'd like to see the special teams move him up to the 20-yard line and give him a chance of touching the football.
That was an excellent play, as you just saw in the replay for Mighty. He was on the left side of the defense. He came all the way across the field, cut through there, and made the key tackle.
So the Redhawks here with 6 seconds left have opened up their lead to 11 in a game that's been pretty even outside a few mistakes by the Boxers. Brockton will send Kavion Burke and Jared Mighty deep, and they are never going to, you're right, they're never going to see this football. I'd like to see special teams move their players up a little bit, give them a chance of touching the football. I'd be surprised if they do. So it's a squib kick, and Burke gets the ball. Makes a couple guys move. It's a nice play, nice return by Burke. So they're going to run that clock right to.
Kind of ran into his own man there.
Made a man miss.
And there should be 1 second left, but it's not.
So at the end of the first half here at Rocky Marciano, Armand Colombo Field, the Boxers will go into the locker room down by 11.
Yeah. Good first half, but like you said, Leo, the ending.
They're not good enough to make mistakes.
That's what's going to
exactly.
Stick out,
They're just not good enough to make mistakes.
They're not good enough to make mistakes, and they have to come in here in the second half with a game plan that can get that ball to Mighty. Again, from what I'm seeing up here, Mighty's has been playing. He's going up
football.
he's been going against as far as receiving. They're not really passing to him except for that first time.
I don't think Samito's thrown an incomplete pass. Every pass he's thrown has been completed. So Brockton has had success throwing the football. C.J. Tyler has gained yards when he's had to. Like to see Brockton score some more points. 7 points, just not good enough to win a football game, even though they've shown pockets of good football on offense.
Yeah, first and foremost, you got to cut down on the penalties. You cannot give a team like Barnstable, who's one of the best teams in the state, chances because they
Exactly.
are going to capitalize on your mistakes.
And
There's
that's
no doubt
exactly
about it.
what they did, Orlando,
Yep.
was capitalize on the on
So-
that penalty.
We're going to move to the pride of Brockton, Andy Fantuccio and the Brockton High Band, the color guard, the majorettes, and we'll be back for second half football right after that. Thank you.
The Brockton High Marching Band is proud to present their 2025 halftime show signature sound, showcasing some of the most original and innovative musical artists of the modern era. The Brockton High Marching Band is honored to perform for you and to represent the city of Champion. Now, please welcome, under the field direction of drum majors Andrew Bassett, Victoria Florio, and Damien Sempat, the Brockton High School Marching Band. Let's hear it once again, the Brockton High Marching Band.
Brockton Community Access isn't just TV. It's your platform to share stories, create change, and make an impact. From hosting your own program to learning media production, Brockton residents have the tools to inform, inspire, and entertain. No experience needed, just your voice and your vision. Getting involved means more visibility, more connections, and more opportunities to shape Brockton's future. Join the movement. Create, collaborate, and be heard. Take the first step today. Visit Brockton Community Access and start making an impact.
So back here at Rocky Marciano Stadium, Armand Colombo Field, Leo Genatasio, 2025 Brockton Boxer opening home game. Miles Jackson, Orlando Galveo. You also have Mike the Postman Simmons on the production here. David Eric, Curtis Reese. You can catch us on the Brockton channels. Miles, the Boxers got that opening kickoff. They recovered a botched play by Barnstable. An 11-yard touchdown pass gave them an early 7-0 lead. Barnstable responded, a long touchdown run by Jason Dyer. A quarterback sneak. Brockton seemed to take the momentum back. They had a drive down to the Barnstable 35 with 3 minutes left in the second quarter. Barnstable was able to stop Brockton on fourth down. And unfortunately for the Boxers, a bad penalty on 3rd and short. They would have held Barnstable to fourth down. Barnstable gets a 15 yards. They take advantage of it with 6 seconds left. A touchdown to make it an 18-7 game.
Yeah, the key was that roughing the passer penalty right there. Little ticky-tack, but, it's just a tough break for Brockton because they're uphill battle against this big Barnstable team there on the line. So Brockton has to figure something out, call some plays to fool Barnstable to try to get on the scoreboard here.
We talked about it coming into the game that this was going to be a tough one for the Boxers. Barnstable returns a ton of starters. They're one of the favorites in Division II, along with Catholic Memorial. The Boxers returning not many starters, 15 new players on offense. But we talked about this once the quarter's over. This was one of the better first halves Brockton's played against a good football team, Orlando, outside the penalties.
Right. You look at that penalty. Obviously, that was a huge one. They end up scoring just before the halftime to make it 18-7. But, you get the ball to start the second half. And if I'm two things, right? I want to give the ball offensively. I want to give the ball to Jared Mighty a lot. And then on defensively, I think you got to make that quarterback throw the ball. You got to make him throw the ball and try to put a lot in the box.
Well, he rolled to his left on that last play. He made an accurate throw into the back of the end zone. His arm is strong. He has had some inaccurate throws, but he's a terrific ball handler. Good ball fakes. Mm-hmm. He's kind of frozen the Brockton defenders a few times. But Brockton's made adjustments on Jason Dyer. After the first two runs where it looked like he might run for 400 yards, Brockton's done a nice job on him.
But going back to that play, Leo, I think me and you could have made that pass. He was
open.
He was just wide open.
That was a breakdown.
Right. You got to put, with that being said, you got to put pressure on him because I feel like the more you put pressure on him, the more he's going to force the ball and make mistakes.
And I have to agree with you, Orlando. The second half offense, Brockton's going to have to get that ball into Mighty's hands, even if it's a quick one step over the line and get it to him and see what he can do on that one-on-one coverage over there.
Marcio Semedo has completed all of his passes to Jared Mighty and Junior Kavion Burke, who's made 3 catches into the middle of the field and taken some good pops and has hung on to the football. Again, Brockton coming in tonight 0-1 after losing to North Attleboro 42-7, and Barnstable hammered Minnetonka from Western Mass pretty easily last week. I believe they scored 49 points. Anything on the out-of-state scoreboard tonight, Orlando?
I'll take a look, but I've been so focused on this. This is a good game, you know. So I've been so focused on this game, but we will try to get some scores and update our viewers out there.
So we are seconds away from the opening kickoff of the second half. The Boxers will receive the football. They won the toss and deferred, so they gain that extra possession after recovering the onside botch kick that Barnstable did not recover. So Brockton, if they want to be in this football game and have a chance to win, seems like this drive, guys, they're going to have to go down and put some points on the board.
They're going to have to. They have no choice but to put some points on the board, and that's going to have to be clever play calling by the coaching staff.
So Barnstable will be kicking to the north end of the end zone. Brockton will receive on the south end, as it is a perfect night for football. The wind has not been a factor one bit. Beautiful fall day here in the City of Champions.
Yeah, gorgeous day for football.
Yeah, BC High is still up 7-0 on Central Catholic. Huge game there.
So the Boxers will send back Mighty and Burke. The up men for the Boxers will be a number 15, it looks like, or number 17 will be Wilma Perelion, and number 18 will be Josiah St. Port, both a sophomore and a junior. And kicking for Barnstable will be number 24, and that's Hagen Diaz. And the kick will go down to Burke, and he picks it up, and he's going to get it past the 20, makes a good move outside, and he makes another guy miss. And that's a really, really good return by the junior, who's been really effective tonight.
Excellent return to avoid the tacklers and got past the 30.
Well, he's going to, you know, they're clearly avoiding Jared Mighty on the kick.
Yeah.
Kicking it right to Burke, and a good return there.
So let's see what the Boxers come out with here. It looks like C.J. Tyler will be the back. We saw the sophomore baseball player Quentin Montero for a little bit, but it's been the junior Tyler's had the bulk of the carries, and he's been effective. The Boxer young offensive line has done an admirable job against a bigger defensive line from the Redhawks. So Brockton will go 3 to the left, 1 to the right will be Jared Mighty with Tyler and Semedo in the pistol. And it's a high snap, and that was late, and Brockton's lucky to even have that football. It was a poor snap. Semedo had trouble covering it right out of the gate, Orlando. Just stuff that can't happen.
And that slows down the play.
Slows down the play.
And makes it easier for Barnstable to get him for a short yardage.
So the Boxers were fortunate to even hold on to the ball. They'll gain a yard as Semedo will go over there and talk to the play callers. Coach Barrows calls the play, and he's done a nice job tonight mixing it up for the Boxers. Looks like everything's the same with a couple receivers to the right, couple receivers to the left, no changes. Tyler flips over next to Semedo as Barnstable got everyone near the line, 43 with everyone near the line of scrimmage. Mighty's in motion. That ball's going to go to Mighty. Tries to cut it back inside, and nothing doing for the Boxers. And that play has not worked tonight.
Yep.
Barnstable sniffed that out right from the start.
And Brockton's offense doesn't want to get in a position where you're 3rd and long. You'd rather be 3rd and short, couple of yards, but right now they're in a tough position right now to get a first down.
So the loss of about a yard and a half there will force the Boxers to a 3rd and looks like a 10, maybe 10 and a half, as Barnstable's looking to get the ball back up by 11.
And you certainly don't want to be in a position where you're 3 and out to start the second half, down 18-7.
So let's see what Brockton does here. They've had a couple near 3rd down conversions, one that they scored on and one where they got stopped on 4th and short. Semedo talks over. Looks like they're a little confused over there. Don't want to use up any of those timeouts early. And he's back. He looks, and he drops up the middle, jumps to the outside, and he will be sacked.
That's going to be a penalty as well, and I think it's going to be on Barnstable.
Look at face mask maybe,
Yeah, it looks
Orlando?
like a face mask.
Let's see what the call is. No, I think they called it against Brockton.
Well, then
I
Barnstable
think
with
it's
the
a
call on
holding.
that.
It's a holding.
Looked like he got him in the upper.
So looks like the holding call is going to be, that's a hold. It's going to be declined as Brockton started to pick up some penalties now too. So Brockton will punt after the 3 and out, and Barnstable will send back. Looks like number 32.
Yeah. With that hold, it was the Barnstable pressure. There was this relentless.
Relentless.
And
So-
Semedo had no chance that time.
So you see all those linebackers up at the line of scrimmage. You'd like to see Brockton do some short stuff, some screen passes.
There it is.
And there's the bad snap, and this could be trouble. Let's see if Danny Silva can get the kickoff. And he does a nice job.
Sure does.
That is a really nice job by Danny, and he's going to get a good bounce out of it. So that is a tremendous play by Danny DeSilva after the terrible snap, as Brockton will be able to get that ball down to the Barnstable 36-yard line, avoiding disaster.
Yeah, DeSilva kept his cool back there, even though it was muffed a little bit, and was able to get that kickoff.
That's unacceptable. Unfortunately, he did the same thing last week and miraculously got a kickoff last week, so this is happening way too much.
And me and you have talked about it for years, Orlando. Special teams have to be better. It's an important part of high school football. So Brockton will be on defense here.
Yeah,
and
this is a
Barnstable.
must-stop for Brockton here.
Looks
Must
like
stop.
a new quarterback, Orlando. That looks like a new quarterback. That is number. Oh no, that's
Number 2?
Looked like number 2. I could be wrong. No, it's number. Yeah, it's number 2. Is that a different quarterback?
Yeah.
No,
No, that's the
that's
same.
him.
No, that's him.
That's
Okay,
him.
I thought he was 6. So
Yeah,
Coffin is back in there.
He's not leaving this game.
He took some pops. He's a
He's
tough
not
kid.
leaving this game.
He took some pops.
He did.
Kid's a tough kid, man.
So the box is, Barnstable will get a 5-yard motion penalty, so 1st and 15 for Barnstable. As the Brockton defense has got to get off the field here. They got to get off the field if Brockton wants to win this football game. And that's just going to be a nice handoff up the middle. And nice defense by Brockton. And they'll stop Dyer for about a 4-yard gain. As that was looks like Xavier and Colombo once again, along with, looks like number 17 for Brockton. And that is Wilma Prelion. Nice job. So 2nd and about 11 for Barnstable, as Brockton has done a nice job on Dyer since those opening couple series. Let's see if they can maintain it. Brockton remains in that 43 front with Barnstable got 2 backs. Another handoff, and he jumps outside, and Brockton does, once again, a nice job of tackling.
And now Brockton,
They'll force a 3rd and long. And that's big Cash right there, Cash Petway.
Yeah.
The junior, 360-pound defensive tackle who just manhandled one of the Armstrongs up front.
and now you got him exactly where you want him in a passing situation for Barnstable. They're right up to the line.
Yeah, you'll see it right on replay here. Big number 79 getting involved.
So he'll roll to the left. He looks. He's going to throw the ball across
Wide
his
open.
body. And that's just can't happen, boys, if you want to win football games.
Yeah, and he took a pop
He sure
as
did.
well, and he's going to get up very slowly.
So the conversion on 3rd and
Wow.
14 for Barnstable,
Yeah, that was a big
He's going to
pop.
have to come out the game.
as they are able to convert, as number 3 took a hot hit going out of bounds, as Brockton has started to increase their physicality, which you like to see. One of the trademarks of Brockton football since Armand Colombo's early years.
I'm going to call it simple. When Barnstable is in a 3rd down long situation, they're going to roll out the quarterback. They've
They've done
done
it
it
all
the
night.
whole entire game. There's no secret in that.
Yeah, that was a big pop by Mighty there. He's been hitting and applying some pressure all day as far as hits.
Yeah.
All day.
So he rolls out to his other side again. He looks,
Oh,
he
wow.
looks, he has
That's
time.
a blindside
He's gonna
hit, no
throw.
call.
And that will be incomplete as that ball was thrown behind him, but he was wide open.
Yeah, 5 got blindsided. That is a penalty in high school, ladies and gentlemen. No call.
And 2 referees are right there.
So 2nd and 10 for the Redhawks. We're under 8 minutes, an 18-7 lead for Barnstable, as Brockton is desperately trying to get off the field here as Barnstable has moved the ball after a 3rd and 13 conversion to midfield.
You can see it right here. Oh, no, straight on.
Right to the face.
Oh, yeah, right.
So he rolls out again, Coffin. He rolls out again. He looks, And that's just poor. He was open, too. That's a poor throw.
So all he does is roll out. And he is not going to stand in the pocket and make a throw. He's going to roll out. That's the type of quarterback, that's the passing quarterback he is, and Brockton has to recognize that. Send a spy.
Barnstable's done a nice job on Nathan Jean Philippe tonight. They moved him 5 yards back right there. One of the Armstrong brothers moved him right back. So 3rd down and 10 for Barnstable as Brockton once again is forced to 3rd and long. Let's see if they can get off the football field. Big cushions over there for Brockton. See if Barnstable gains anything, they're going to go for it. So he rolls out to the left again. He rolls out to the left again. He throws the ball over the middle, and that will be caught.
Nice catch.
Again, Barnstable with a clutch play on 3rd down and 10, able to convert again, and Coffin saying, you think I can't throw the ball? Watch this.
So the 3rd and 10 is converted for a 1st down, the 2nd straight, as Barnstable will get the ball at the 37-yard line. They'll move fast. And a nice throw by the senior quarterback. And again, the coverage just not good enough.
Pass was a little high, but to give the receiver credit, he went up for that and caught it.
So Barnstable's throwing the ball. Not a lot of success on the ground. Let's see if they go back to Dyer here. He swaps sides. Was that Dylan Murphy? So he's back again. He's back again. He throws the ball deep. And that is just a terrific attempt at a catch and good coverage by number 2 from Brockton. And that is Drayvon McNeil, one of the other Brockton juniors who have played a ton of football tonight. So 2nd and 10 for Barnstable as we see Mike Myers, the two-way sophomore.
Again, Barnstable in that quick offense, trying to throw the defense off.
So 2nd and 10 for Barnstable. Let's see what they have here. They've been throwing the ball a ton. And that ball's going to be in motion. They're going to run the ball. And that is a missed tackle right there, and that may go for a touchdown. So the missed tackle and the lack of tackling in the secondary allows Barnstable to make a nice, easy run into the end zone as the touchdown will make this a 24-7 game. And let's see if Barnstable will go for 2.
I'll tell you, Jason Dyer, he's one of the captains on that Barnstable team, and he did show he's a great football player.
Yeah, great blocking.
Jared Might, you see
You'll
it
see
right,
it right here.
Let's watch Jared Might. He comes flying up as he misses the tackle right there. He really didn't make it, but just too much arm tackling, just not enough players there. Barnstable's going to go for 2. They've been stopped both times, and that's going to be another ball to the outside, and he jumps up and in.
That's going to be a holding, though, so that's going to back him up.
So the hold-in will force Barnstable to go for it again at their own 13-yard line as they lead 24-7 at the 6-minute 40-second mark of the 3rd quarter here at Armand Colombo Field, Rocky Marciano Stadium. The 2025 Brockton Boxers, and they look like they need to put on a little bit of offensive onslaught coming up if they're going to get blown out of this football game.
We're starting to see a little experience taking over now. On the Barnstable side, they've made big plays here.
2 third-down conversions by Barnstable. So the conversion will Temple be at the 13-yard line. Coffin's back. He looks. He's going to throw the ball deep.
He pushed off.
Yeah, sure did.
That was a push-off.
Wow. And referee's right there. Maybe we'll see that on replays.
That's an easy call.
So the conversion, a nice pitch and catch from Barnstable, will make it a 26-7 game. As Brockton, after an opening 7-0 lead, have given up 26 straight points to Barnstable. And you'd like to see the coaches keep coaching here, not let the kids get 2 down.
Yeah, clear push off on the 2-point
Let's
conversion.
see it right
See
here.
it right here. It's an easy call. No call, though.
Well, we're not going to see it. I don't know. That was just not great coverage. So we have a couple candidates for Brockton office up here. Former Brockton football player Jeffrey Charnell, Super Bowl champion. And, of course, Tony Rodriguez. No one cares more about Brockton athletics than Tony. Jeff, nice to see you.
Yeah, we got Tony Rodriguez in the building. Of course, Tony Rodriguez trying to be reelected in the school committee. And
Jeff.
How you doing, Tony?
And there's a good return by Burke again, as Burke will return the ball to the 45-yard line, as Boxers will have good field position. Jeff, Not the same as when you were playing.
No. But it's a growing, learning. I think the program's headed in the right direction.
They got the right guys.
They got the right guys. These young men, these kids are becoming men on the field, and I think that's important too. But it's the startup is tough. The startup is tough.
Well, they've surrounded the kids with Brockton alumni, Brockton coaches that play Brockton High football, Brockton guys in general, and that's all you could ask for right now.
Yes. But we need to continue to grow the program. I'm on the booster program,
That's
so we're
great.
trying to raise some money and put some resources because maybe that can help some wins as well.
We've talked about in the past, Brockton football, it's only as good as their alumni, and Brockton, one of the winningest programs in the country. Like to see more involvement from guys like you. I know you've done, like to see you get a lot of the other guys involved too.
Yeah.
So
we're talking to the other guys, trying to, get the alumni to show up and get involved because that's our generation can teach this generation a lot of things, and that's really what matters.
When you guys were younger, you guys were surrounded by guys that won championships, and if you guys have won championships, it's good to be around these young guys.
I was surrounded by guys like you.
Yeah.
I looked up to a lot of guys. Thank you.
So Tony Rodriguez, another Brockton legend. No one cares more about Brockton sports than Tony. Tony, what are your thoughts here tonight, Brockton's 2025 opener?
I wish them a lot of success. Got some work to do. I wouldn't let the score dictate how this game's been going.
I agree.
Young team, you got a young coaching staff, and you're just going to build on it and just continue the rich history and the tradition of Brockton football.
And I talked about this with you and Orlando miles earlier. It's all about surrounding the kids with the right staff. And I think Brockton did the right thing by hiring Jilson Silver and getting other Brockton coaches who play Brockton High football, who are Brockton High graduates, who understand the culture and tradition of Brockton football, because it matters to people in the community.
Oh, yeah, it does.
In some communities, it doesn't matter. In Brockton, it matters.
Oh yeah, Brockton, it definitely matters. I mean, you have alumni that are surrounded on the coaching staff. Inside the building and making sure they grow the program.
Yeah, Tony, I know how you're dedicated you are to the boxes, but you have another thing going on right now. You're obviously in election, and I got to ask you this question, right? Why should the Brockton people re-elect Tony Rodriguez for more terms for Brockton?
Well, I mean, it's up to the voters. The fight for education is not just during our school committee meetings, but it's also engaging with the community. Coming out here and supporting our athletic program, not just football, soccer, lacrosse, baseball. It comes across the board. Not to be biased, but you're going to get more of the fight with Tony Rodriguez. Every battle's a battle. Just want to make sure that Brockton is back on top at all spectrum, not just on the field, but also in the classroom.
And anyone who knows Tony knows he's passionate about Brockton. If you voters out there care about someone who cares about Brockton, then Tony's the guy to vote for.
Yeah. And Miss Young Lady, who would that be?
So the screen pass out there to Mighty, and Brockton will gain. As Mighty makes a bunch of people miss, and that's going to be a first down for Brockton. And Jared Mighty just making things. Look at this play by Mighty.
Run. Let's go. That's a good run there. That's a big boy run.
So the first down conversion for 40 yards will give Brockton a first down at the 25-yard line.
And you, Miss Young Lady, who might you be?
This is Anna Oliver, Ward 3 school committee member and running for re-election. I have a primary on Tuesday, so go out and vote.
Thank you, Anna. Anything to say to
Go
your
Boxers.
constituents? Yep.
I'm a class of 97, so we were champion then. So hopefully
Yes,
just
you
the
were.
beginning season. So we got way more to go. Definitely trying to fight for more money in our athletic department, in our arts and music, and also in our classroom.
Very impressive. Thank you.
Thank
we
you
talk
very
about
much.
Thank you.
So
class of
voters get out
97.
there.
Class of 97, Orlando. They won state championships just about every sport.
Yes, they did.
So Brockton on first down right there, or first down to the 20-yard line. They try to get back into this football game as they are moving the ball fast. As Jared Mighty made play of the season for the Boxers on a screen pass, 30 extra yards, just an effort.
That was a
Tremendous play.
Yeah, Brockton not giving up here.
A-plus effort by Mighty.
So 2nd and 5 for the Boxers at the Barnstable 25. This game is not over. Brockton can score a touchdown here.
Again, they need to get the ball into his hands more often in the second half.
2nd and 5 for this young Boxer team.
That's going to be a timeout. A lot of confusion there.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
Coach Sylvia saw that and said, let's talk about it.
So again, here we're at Rocky Marciano Stadium, Brockton Community Access. Leo Genatasio, Miles Jackson, Orlando Galveo, two Brockton legends, two guys who have been around the Brockton sports programs for years. Let's not forget the production team that's always top-notch. Mike the Postman Simmons, Curtis Reese, David Eric. They put on one of the better productions around. And, of course, let's not forget the Brockton High Band tonight. The color guard, the majorettes, Andy Fantuccio. Brockton football, we have had some ups and downs. The band, never.
A+.
Still one of the best, if not the best in the state.
A+.
So very interesting situation here, right? 3:13 left, Brockton down 26-17. They get a score here.
I wish it was 17, 26-7.
Yeah, could be a little interesting.
So the Boxers are showing some fight here in their second possession here in the second half. As you'll see, Semedo, not under center. He's in the pistol. Two receivers to the left, one to the right. Yeah, as they have an offset tight end there, too. It looks like it's Jean Philippe. And that's going to be hands off to CJ. Jumps up inside. That's a really good run by the junior.
Excellent
and that
run.
first down run will get him down to the 8-yard line. And when he's been effective tonight, there's been no dancing. He's hammered that hole, Orlando.
He
and
has, sure
Miles.
has. Like a rocket, he hits that hole and puts Brockton in position.
And Lando was telling me before the game he really likes this young kid at running back. They lost Colombo, but Tyler looks like he is up to the challenge. And I think it was his uncle Mark was a former great fullback here at Brockton many years ago.
Boy, he's fast. He just hit that hole like anything, as you said, Orlando.
Great blocking up front by the young offensive line. So first and goal for the Boxers. They need to get in the end zone here. Formation stays the same. We're under 3 minutes here at Rocky Marciano Stadium. Semedo's going to be back. He looks over the middle. He scrambles to the left. He does get around it. He's going to run. He tries to make a play, and he does maybe gain a yard there on first down. He made something out of nothing. There was nothing open right there. Nice coverage by the Redhawks in the back end.
Yeah, Mighty. He did an in route. I say do an out route with one-man coverage. Throw it up there, and let's see what Mighty can do.
Absolutely.
You know? Why go inside and you got more defenders there? Go to the outside with that single coverage, and you never know what could happen.
Yeah, with that being said, you got to give Barnstable credit that time. No one open, and Semedo smartly just takes.
So he made maybe a yard there. I don't know, maybe the tackle there from Barnstable may have been forced out of sound by the outside linebacker. But Brockton comes right up to the line of scrimmage, and they look like looks like they're at the wing right here. New formation by the Boxers. Mighty's going to be in the shotgun, the pistol. And he jumps back inside, and, he gains 4 yards.
Yep.
As Brockton gives Barnstable a different look. Nice play call there by Coach Barrows.
The Wildcat, and again, 4-down territory here, guys.
No doubt about it. As you see, Jared Mighty's going to continue to stay in the pistols. You know what? It looks like Master Cemento's limping a little bit over there on the sidelines. Hopefully he's okay. Now he's
trying to shake it off.
He is limping. And that would be disaster for Brockton.
Looks like he's all right. I think this is by intentional, this Wildcat. And Barnstable's going to call it. Yeah,
they didn't see any of this season. So Barnstable wants to talk it over right there. As the Boxers have moved the ball down to about the 4-yard line. 3rd and goal. They're down by 19. And it's nice, guys, to get the people running for political office here in Brockton, people that really care about the city up here in the box. They can talk to some
ex-football players, that's always big,
Yeah, we got some good candidates running for ward candidates, some school committee candidates, and the council at large candidate. There's some good folks running to get some of them seats.
Another former Brockton great, Bill Keene, running in Ward 1. If anyone wants to take a look at some of the stuff he's talking about. He was a former Brockton state champion football player, baseball player, and someone who's, it's important. Stayed in Brockton, raised his family in Brockton.
Yeah, going back to what you said about Tony Rodriguez, that guy's dedicated to the
Brockton.
Sports.
Cares.
He cares. And Brockton loses, he goes to sleep with it.
Yeah, he's not a happy camper going home.
No, he's not.
But we talk about this when people ask why Brockton football is not what it used to be. People don't understand. Demographics are changing. Brockton football is not what some people come here to play anymore. Other sports are emphasizing. Kids don't come to Brockton High like
and
they
the
did.
private schools take any blue chippers that we have.
Yeah, Cemento back in.
So let's see what Brockton has here. It's 3rd down and 5. And they are going to look. Look, he throws the ball. He's wide. Oh, he had him. He was wide open. Oh, it's too bad because that was a great play call by Coach Barros. He had some Jared Mighty in the back of the end zone.
Just too
he
high.
just threw it too high. And he had time,
wide
too.
Open.
Nice play call.
You haven't seen Cemento do that all year, overthrow guys, but wow.
And, Miles, we did talk about that. In the past, Brockton could afford to lose some guys. The prep school, they can't anymore.
They can't.
Some of the best football players in Massachusetts, if you look at some of the rosters, are Brockton residents. So there's still great football players in Brockton. Just some of them aren't at Brockton High.
And I've seen it over the decades now where we've got some real nice blue chippers. But
and they leave.
And you can't blame the parents for sending them to BC High or Zavarian or whatever, but it's just tough now to really keep good players here.
For years we were able to withstand it because we had just a pipeline of great athletes.
Right.
And it's just too hard over time to do it. So 4th down and goal for the Boxers at the 5-yard line. They're going to spread Barnstable out. And let's see, Jared Mighty's over on the right by himself. He's locked up in single coverage, the safety shading over.
Also coming in with pressure here.
Semito's looking, he throws the ball, and that had no chance. So great defense by Barnstable. As Mighty was upset, he thought he was wide open in the middle of the field.
That's who I would look for in a situation. 4th and goal, get it to Mighty.
So the good drive by Brockton will stop at the 5-yard line as they're unable to put the ball in the end zone. And Barnstable, in a minute left of the 3rd quarter, they're up 26-7 as Brockton looks to get back their offense on the field. They're going to need to make a stop here, boys.
Again, Durville was also open. That was jumping up and down.
So Semito on that scramble might have been injured a little bit, maybe affecting him just a tad because he's been pretty accurate this season right up until those throws. So Barnstable they're going to come right to the line of scrimmage. They got 2 backs. And that's going to be kept by Coffin. Nice play by the Boxers, tackling right there. And it looks like it's number 25 for Brockton on the tackle. And that's going to be Curson Fivier. Nice play by Curvin. Brockton linebacker has been more active this week than last week. So a gain of 3 by Barnstable on the keeper by Coffin. Barnstable talking to the sidelines. 2 backs remain the same. And there's the inside handoff. And Ty is going to probably gain 3 yards, maybe 2.
Yeah.
Make it 3rd and 5 as we're under 30 seconds here in the 3rd quarter. Been 1 score this half, a long touchdown run by Jason Dyer after 2 third down conversions by the Redhawks.
Moral victory if the defense can hold right here.
So 3rd down and 4.
Barnstable's not in no hurry. He's going to probably take this to the 4th quarter, I would assume.
And you're going to see a lot more running, even though they've been running for most of the game, but Barnstable will definitely be running even more to run
Why
that
throw
clock
the ball?
out.
Throw up by 3 touchdowns.
Exactly.
So at the end here of 3 quarters at Rocky Marciano Stadium, Armand Colombo Field, Barnstable scores the only touchdown in the 3rd quarter. They're going to head into the 4th quarter up 26-7.
Yeah, and for a young team, it's a moral downer for the offense not to score a touchdown in that last possession. They're a young team, so they're a little bit down right now, but the defense has to hold the line and somehow get the ball back into the offensive team's hand.
I think the tackling's been better tonight for Brockton, especially at the linebacker position. At times in the secondary, it looks like Claude Rains is out there, the invisible man. No one making any, just running by guys. Too much arm tackling, not good enough. So Brockton's going to try to get off the field here on 3rd down and 4. Next week, the Boxers will be home against Franklin, a team that Brockton hasn't beaten Orlando. They're 0-8 against them.
Right, And it's going to be here at Brockton. It's going to be another tough game. And we have seen improvement.
Definitely improvement.
From last week.
Orlando, Barnstable, one of the better teams, other than Catholic Memorial. Is Barnstable the best team in their schedule?
Barnstable, I would say yes.
So,
they're that good. They're that good.
So Brockton has played some good football at times tonight. A young football team, and, again, the pundit said Brockton was going to lose 35-0. They've been in this football game. So 3rd down and 3 for the Redhawks. And that's going to be Daly, Dyer to the outside, and that's missed tackles again. So Brockton had them. They had him, and the missed tackle allowed Dyer to gain 5 extra yards. And that's a big conversion for Barnstable.
It's so hard to tackle Dwyer one-on-one.
You got to do it low.
He's going to make you miss.
Can't tackle his
the kid's
chest.
So good, and you can see by this run right here.
Yeah, you see the missed tackle right there. Just too high, and then Mighty missed it too. So the 1st down run so that will gain 4 yards. As Barnstable's just going to take time off the clock. They're up 26-7, and they just want to get to the end of this game with no one injured.
Leo, I noticed Barnstable on those 3rd down plays, they like to run it outside because they know Brockton's kind of.
They're thin out there.
Yeah, thin out
They're
there.
just inexperienced.
Exactly,
yeah.
they're thin out there. So they've been great call playing by the offensive coordinator over there on Barnstable side.
Last year they had Xavier Colombo out there. This year they moved him a little bit inside, and with Wiggins last year, they were a great combination. So that's going to be kept inside handoff. Okay. And good defense by Brockton. And once again, you got Xavier Colombo. He's been all over the football field tonight defensively for Brockton, along with number 45 for Brockton. Nice tackle right there. And that is Cairo Hill, who is a sophomore. So Brockton playing a lot of younger fellas out there tonight.
Barnstable, again, like I said earlier, a lot of seniors. And normally when Barnstable gets a senior bunch, they're really good.
They're good.
They're really good.
But Orlando, I don't think they've won a Super Bowl since 1999. Stephen Gomes, when they beat BC High. So they're due for one.
Mm-hmm. That might be this year, too.
3rd down and 3 for Barnstable. And he rolls. Coffin rolls left. He looks. He's going to get the 1st down. And he gains it. Nice play. Rolls out 5 yards. Nice, easy 1st down conversion. I know Barnstable lost 1 year at Everett on a 2-point conversion. They lost the Super Bowl. I don't know if they've been – did they lose a few years ago to CM, or did they lose in the semifinals?
I believe it was.
They lost to King Philip.
And surprisingly, Barnstable, a team that's normally a Division I team, is down to Division 3. Division 3. And then you question that, a big question mark. Why are they in Division 3?
So they're throwing the ball here. Coffin rolls out. They're going to take a chance down the field. Nice. He's wide open, and he was open. There wasn't a play within 5 yards of him, and it hit him right in the hands, and he dropped it. So a nice throw by Coffin. And why Barnstable's throwing the ball, I don't know. But they stopped the clock for Brockton.
That's a nice throw by Coffin.
That's a great throw.
Yeah, he's done a great job reading the defense.
Yeah. Very smart quarterback.
Yeah, even running or when he sees the run or passing.
So 2nd down and 10. We're under 10 minutes here in the 4th quarter. Barnstable leads 26-7. He rolls out again. And let's see what we got here.
Line moved up too early.
Yeah, offensive
I don't see a flag.
It's a flag.
Yeah, it's over there on the far end.
Okay.
Again, let's go back to the Barnstable in Division 3.
I can't believe
Division
they're in
3?
Division 3.
There's a lot of.
They're in Division 3.
They're in Division 3.
Oh, that's. They have 1,000 boys in the school, don't they? That's a big high school down the Cape.
See, the penalty's going to be on Brockton.
Oh, Brockton.
So why didn't you let that?
Let them play it out? Yeah.
So another silly penalty by the Boxers gives Barnstable 5 easy yards. And again, this is the stuff you want them to clean up. If you want to take the program where it wants to be, it starts with penalties.
Yeah, you got King Philip, and also going from D2 to D3.
So no one wants to play CM.
Yeah, I didn't say you did.
That's what it is. No one wants to play CM. So Dyer gets the ball to the outside. Brockton tries. Dyer cuts it back inside, and that's pretty good tackling by Brockton, but he gains 7 yards on the run.
And that led by that line, Armstrong brothers
they've done too. Let's talk about Let's talk about them again. The Armstrong brothers,
a beast.
They've been terrific tonight. The Barnstable offensive line, they've really been good.
You can see here on the replay, the big hogs up front for Barnstable just making holes for them.
Look at that.
So Barnstable gets a 1st down near midfield. We're under 10 minutes of the 4th quarter as Barnstable has controlled this football game since the midway point of the 1st quarter. And that's a good play by
Look at this.
Brockton. So that's a nice tackle by Moyes right there. Barnstable will lose 8 yards on the play, and a nice tackle by Brockton. Is their active linebackers have been pretty good tonight.
That time nowhere for Dwyer to run.
Yeah, that looked like number 17 for Brockton.
I think that's Wilmer Perillion. He
Yes.
is a junior. So Brockton playing a lot of younger football players tonight, getting a lot of experience.
Boy, showing his strength right there, just manhandling the running back.
So 2nd down and 17, and that will be kept by the quarterback. And
Took a shot.
Took another shot. And Brockton's hard hitting tonight. They are making them know. The Barnstable players know they're in a football game.
Yeah, 3rd down coming up again. You got to be
3rd down and 12.
Oh, the rollout.
Yep.
It's either going to go to the middle of the field or
well, they're
to
just
sidelines.
throwing it. They're just running into space
So
and just
going into space and
just
sitting there
throwing the ball. And Brockton, the coverage on the back end simply hasn't been good enough on these 3rd downs.
We expect the same thing right now.
See big cash coming in for Mike Myers.
I'm sure the play is going to go to the outside or pass play.
So 3rd down and 14, closer to 13 for Barnstable.
We know he's going to roll out, right?
He's going to go to the outside.
And he
yep.
rolls to his offside. That ball's going to be deflected. Let's see. Oh, no.
Good defense.
Good defense. So Brockton should get the ball back here.
Quarterback
I
knocked
still don't
down
understand
again.
why Barnstable's throwing the ball up by 19 points and not taking time off.
Maybe the coach just wants the quarterback to get some throws in, throw reps.
Or maybe he wants to go tell his buddies he beat Brockton by 30 points.
Well, they did that a couple years ago, so I don't think he has that on his resume. So,
listen, doesn't matter what year. Everyone likes to beat Brockton.
Everybody.
Everyone. Doesn't matter if they're up or down.
With that being said, the Barnstable coach, very classy guy, very good coach. I talked to him a couple times, and he's a stand-up guy.
So back to punt for Barnstable. Mighty's
trying
back
to get
deep.
the first down.
Well, up by 19. I just run the clock with 8 minutes left. But throwing the ball, that's also an option. So here's the kick. And it's a good one. Angle to the right. And let's see what type of bounce it takes. It takes a Barnstable bounce. And really good kick. And that kick will go down. I don't know why Brockton's even near the ball.
What is that?
I don't know why Brockton's even near the ball.
What just happened?
Exactly.
So we talked about special teams for years, and that made no sense whatsoever.
Barnstable special teams is kind of like confused as well.
But Brockton shouldn't be anywhere near that ball.
Here it is on replay.
But why is he grabbing Jared Mighty? Because
he didn't call for a fair catch.
Yeah, but the ball's on the ground.
Grab him.
Right.
That should be a penalty.
So 1st down for the Boxers at the 18-yard line.
I'd say unsportsmanlike conduct. I mean, what was that?
I don't know what that was, but
Orlando, grade the refs tonight.
Maybe they get an A+.
Here it is.
Referees always get it. He just runs up to Mighty and grabs him.
Oh, tried to push him into the football.
It's actually a smart play. So 1st down for the Boxers at the 18.
Maybe you can't do that. But the referees always A+. Always A+, man.
So the ball's going to be faked to. That's a good play call and good run by C.J. Tyler. The fake motion to Jared Mighty and the cutback by C.J. Tyler, who's had himself a good football game. Brockton found their running back.
Yeah, they did. Yeah. And it's not the starting running back. It's not the backup third-string running back, but unfortunately because of injuries.
Definitely fooled the defense. They
Good
thought
blocking.
Maddie was going to get it.
And good blocking up front by the Boxers.
And I got to give a shout-out to Christopher Soto, who senior out for the year, man.
That's tough break.
Such a good play. That's a huge loss for Brockton. He would have definitely made a difference tonight.
So 1st down for the Boxers at their own 29. We're under 7 minutes of the 4th quarter, 26-7, the Redhawks. Semato's back to pass. That ball was tipped. So, you know what, Orlando? They haven't taken a shot over the top yet tonight. It's been 4 quarters. Now maybe take a shot down the field with some of the speed they got at receiver.
Again, Armstrong, 50, all over the field today, making his presence felt. He's a hard
They're a good football.
They're a good
football. They're well coached. That's a good football team on the other side.
Yeah, number 50, Armstrong. That is a football player right there.
Yeah, he looks like a football player. Built like a football player.
So 2nd and 10 for the Boxers. As the Barnstable looks like they're going to go to 3 men up front and a lot of guys in coverage. 4 linebackers, 2 safeties. As the Boxers come out 3 wide to the right, Jared Mighty to the left. Nice inside handoff to Tyler. And he'll gain probably 6 yards, make it a third down as Brockton looks like they want to get to the home plate here too, and just end this football game.
Well, you also want to set yourself in a better third down manageable situation as well, which they have. So it's going to be 3rd and 5. I
would say I agree with that, Orlando, if the game was 13-7, but down by 19 and you want to win the game, got to throw the ball.
Got to throw it.
3rd down and 6 for the Boxers. 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left is Jared Mighty. C.J. Tyler has been in the back most of the game. So Samito, he's going to throw. That's a good play call, and he just dropped the ball. So Burke, who's had a good game tonight, just dropped that one.
It was a little bit behind him.
But it was open.
Yeah.
I think that was the first down. It was a good play call.
Listen, Burke is an outstanding. He's a good player. But I would like to see that play right there with Jared Mighty.
Yes.
I would just like to see Jared Mighty in space.
Give Jared Mighty the ball in an open field, and let's see what he can do.
So Brockton not giving up here. They're going to go for it on 4th down. We're under 6 minutes of the 4th quarter. And let's see what Coach Barrows has to call.
Got to catch the ball, though.
4th down and 5, and Brockton's has killed Brockton the last couple of years in Orlando against Andover, Lincoln Sudbury, right? Both games they had a chance to win on 4th down. They weren't able to convert. So let's see what Brockton has here. Marcio Samito moving guys over. Is Brockton not lined up correctly? Samito's back. He's back. He looks. He throws it over the middle. Oh, he's got him. That's a good throw and a catch. So the 4th down conversion is successful. And a nice throw by Marcio Samito to Jared Mighty. And Brockton will get a first down at midfield on the pitch and catch as Brockton moves fast.
And that's what I've been saying all along. You got to throw it to Mighty over there and see what he can do.
Yep.
He may be one of the premier wide receivers in Massachusetts.
Very
He's
underrated.
Really, really good. So Brockton moves fast again. Looks like Barnstable jumped and snare. They're going to get the call there. That has to be offsides.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah,
so,
encroachment.
Encroachment. Yeah, they haven't heard that word in years, but it is encroachment, Miles. That was your Dallas Cowboy.
I mean,
encroachment.
You see this game right here, 26-7. That score does not indicate how this game is actually gone.
No, Brockton's played well.
You know?
Some of the tackling on the back end has cost them, a few touchdowns.
Couple long runs.
Brockton's played. They played hard. They played hard tonight.
And that was a gutsy 4th down call.
Yep.
They're playing to win. I like it. First down and 5 for the Boxers. Samito's back. He's back. He looks. He's going to take a shot over the middle. He does have him, and that's going to be a touchdown and a perfect throw and catch to Jared Mighty.
You got to get it in his hand. You got to get it in. I've been saying it all game.
He was just wide open.
Because he's fast.
Yeah.
And Samito's limping. He took a shot.
And then you wonder, right, a lot of viewers are going to say, why have you been throwing the ball the entire game? You know?
So Mighty's tough to cover. You're going to see him right here. Once he gets into the secondary, there's not many people that can cover him. And his speed is just elite. And that's a perfect throw by Marcio Samito, his 2nd touchdown pass tonight, 3rd on the season. And the Boxers close this to 26-13.
And you're right. You're right, Leo. Folks are going to say, gee, how come they haven't gotten it to him, sooner? I mean, he did get the touchdown pass in the very beginning of the 1st quarter, but I've been saying it all along. Give it to him in the flat. See what he can do.
So the Boxers are going to go for 2 here to try to make it 26-15.
I got a buddy of mine saying Brockton has no excuses in 2026. We hear you, man.
Well, they don't have Jared Mighty in 2026. So here we go. They're going to motion Mighty. They're going to fake it. It's going to be hand off to Tyler. Let's see if he can get to the corner. And he does. So that's a nice call by Coach Barrows. The 2 points will make it 26-15. This game's not over.
That was an easy play. That was required perfect execution on Brockton's offense part because they fooled Barnstable. They thought Mighty was going to get it, and they gave it to the little guy.
So a lot of improvement here tonight by the Boxers. They cut this lead from Barnstable. They're going to be kicking off, and they can get a stop, Orlando. They still got a shot. The game's not over.
And you want to put Barnstable, you want to play the run here. You want to put Barnstable
Put
in
everyone
that
at the line of
third and
scrimmage.
long
Yes.
situation, have Coffin, force him to throw the ball, and you never know.
You never know, and what Brockton needs a turnover, a fumble or something, because Barnstable's going to run it now to run out that clock. So they need to punch that football out of the running back's hands, anything to try to get that football back.
So I talked to Coach Silver before the game. He wanted to see some fight from his kids. He got it tonight. These kids have played hard tonight against just a bigger, more experienced football team.
Yeah, they could have easily laid down and given up after that last Barnstable touchdown, but they hung in there, made the gutsy fourth down play.
On top of that, too, they did play with their fifth-string running back last week. They got a running back
New kicker. So it's a new kick. It's not. No, it is Danny. So they're going to go for the onside kick, and that's a nice play. It was a good kick too. Nice play by Barnstable.
It's a good kick.
It's Brockton not kicking deep. They're trying to win the football game. The onside kick. I like it.
Yeah, you got to give the Barnstable recover Brady Condell credit there.
That was a good kick by Danny DeSilva.
If he doesn't get that, Brockton recovers that.
Yeah, he was ready. Give him credit. He was ready for the onside kick.
So let's see if the Boxers can force a second and third and long from Barnstable and force them. See if Boxers can use some of their timeouts to get the ball back. So Barnstable's going to know they're in a football game tomorrow. Brockton's laid some pretty big hits on some of their better players tonight. Let's see if the Boxers continue defensively to make a statement here.
I expect run here for Barnstable.
Me too.
And I do not see Dwight
out
there.
He rolls out throwing the ball. Wow. He's going to take a shot. He goes up the middle, and that's a play that you just don't want to miss. So nice play by Coffin. He rolled to the left. He's been rolling to the left all night. Kind of made the linebackers a little flat-footed there, and he took off in space.
And I'm going to give him credit, Leo.
Good play.
That's a smart play by Coffin because he was rolling out. He didn't see nobody open. He tucked it in and ran. That's a great play. Give that quarterback credit.
Yeah, he's got good instincts out there when he feels the no open man. But you see it right there on the replay.
So that's going to be Dyer there, and good tackling by Brockton. And they'll force a 2nd and 8 as we go under 4 minutes. Let's see if Brockton uses some of their timeouts.
Yeah, 2 timeouts for Brockton.
As the clock keeps moving, you see Mike Myers coming in for Big Cash.
Big Cash is limping a little bit.
He's done a good job tonight.
He's played good football on defense tonight. They moved him away from the offensive line to defense, and he's made a big impact tonight. I believe he's a junior. Well over 350 pounds.
300. Some big boys out there today. You got Armstrong, about 6'6", 2-something.
The Brockton defensive line's fought tonight. They really have. They fought hard tonight against a very experienced, big offensive line from Barnstable. So 2nd down and 8 for the Redhawks. And that's going to be a fake, and he rolls out left, and he's going to throw the ball in the flat. Oh, and that was another break for the Boxers. So 3rd down and long, and Brockton will get the ball back here as Barnstable continues to throw the ball.
Now you're starting to scratch your head here.
Yeah.
Because you got to, play a 2-score lead. You got 2 good running backs. Dwyer probably one of the best, and you're throwing the ball here.
Another thing, too, is you got to win by a certain amount of points in the point system now. You got extra points for winning by 14 or more. So they do want to score more. So this will be maybe 4-down territory for Barnstable.
I expect a run here from Barnstable to set themselves up in
for fourth and short, right?
4th and short.
So Coffin, the quarterback, has Dyer next to him. 3 receivers to the right. As Brockton gives a lot of cushion. And he rolls out, he looks, throws the ball over. He's wide open.
That's going to be a penalty, though.
Maybe on Brockton. Oh, the referee took one, too. So let's see what the penalty is.
Let's see what the call here. This could be big. It's going to be holding on
Barnstable. So it's going to be 3rd and 20 for Barnstable. But too much of this tonight, we're rolling out, and guys are in the flat or in the middle of the field. Wide open. Wide open. Yeah. That's got to get better on defense.
I mean, I feel like they're doing the same plays over and over in the passing game, and it's working.
So I've seen a big improvement in the Brockton defensive tackles and linebackers tonight. Hopefully next week the secondary will take their step up, and Brockton they got themselves a defense because they have brought physicality to the football field tonight.
This is a big penalty by Barnstable right now because now they're going to put them in a 3rd down in a very long situation here. And
let's see if they try to get If Brockton get off the field, force a 3rd and long, they'll punt. But if Barnstable gets anything within 6 or 7 yards, they're going to go for it.
Yeah.
And to your point, the Barnstable coach is aware of the 14. Got to win by 14.
14 points, right.
Maybe that's why he's throwing the ball.
So 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left, and Dyer's the lone back. And he rolls to the left side again. Is Brockton? We had him there too. We had him. And this lack of moving over the Brockton secondary, just not enough urgency over there. Just not enough urgency. That can't happen.
Yeah.
Missed tackle and lack of urgency on the back end.
Wow.
Damn.
Could be 4th down and short.
You see the replay here. Just a great
watch it here.
running type quarterback.
And there's no pursuit there other than Xavier Colombo. So the gain of 15 on the play will give Barnstable easy 4th. Looks like a 4th and short, and Brockton calls a timeout.
You know, I'm surprised that in the second half, Brockton's defense hasn't put somebody just kind of key on the quarterback. You know, just kind of keep your eyes on the quarterback. I know it's tough, but
too many conversions tonight in 3rd and 4th and long for Barnstable. And that stuff, I'm sure, will keep John Shelby up tonight. Because when he was on the back end, never happened.
That's a big play right there, and that might be, if they get a 1st down here, that might be lights out.
So Brockton down 26-15. They were down 18-7 at halftime. Both teams have scored in the second half. Both teams have converted 2-point conversions. So outside a couple big plays in the first half, bad penalties by Brockton, and some big runs by Dyer. Brockton's been in this football game.
Yeah, that is the key, Leo. In the first half, there was some couple of big running plays that just kind of put Brockton in a bind.
They're tackling in the back end.
Yeah.
We got an out-of-town score here. St. John's Prep all over Marshfield, 35-8, and you know they got that 5-star quarterback that's doing his thing out there.
So 4th and short for Barnstable. And he still rolls out, and Dyer's over there, and he has a touchdown more, and he looks like he's going to get close to the end zone. That's a long run before even contact's made, as he'll get down to the 8-yard line. It looks like Barnstable is looking to put more points up on the board.
And that's their go-to man as far as running backs, number 8 for
he's
Barnstable.
good, but he's had a lot of yards before contact.
Yeah.
He's had himself a terrific night. So Barnstable's moving fast.
Well, Leo, I'll tell you what. He needs to buy this front line lunch.
Yeah, he sure does. They've been good.
And he needs to buy them lunch because these guys just making all kinds of openings for him. Makes it easier for him. He's a great running back, but even makes it easier for him.
Correct. They follow their assignments.
Yes.
They stick to the game plan, and the line is really good.
So Barnstable has the ball at the Brockton 8-yard line. 1st down and 10, 2:14 left. They're looking to put more points up the board for the point system.
Yeah, unfortunately, Brockton is entering familiar territory, falling to 0-2. And
who they got? We got Franklin next, and they haven't beaten them in 8 years. So that
Yeah.
I would say next week is a must-win if you're thinking about playoff football, right, Orlando?
yeah, yep.
Cannot lose next week. Is CM after that?
I believe it's Lincoln Sudbury.
And then CM. Before New Bedford, Durfee, and we talked about Durfee. Brockton hasn't beaten Brockton in 35 years. They won their first game by 4 touchdowns, so not a gimme this year.
Could this be the year?
Could this be the year? We will
That's what they
see.
say in Fall River.
Could this be the year? So Barnstable, 1st down is a fake. He rolls out, and that's going to be a good effort down to the 1. Nice play call by Barnstable, and good tackle by the Boxers, good pursuit, and just really creative play calling by Barnstable on offense tonight.
Like you said, though, a lot of Barnstable players taking hits.
Yeah, look at this replay because there was helmet-to-helmet hit right here.
Yeah, taking a lot of hits. That's a good tackle. Perfect.
Yep. Nice play by Jared Mighty.
Jared Mighty, I should have known.
So there is the quarterback sneak, and he's in the end zone for the touchdown. So Barnstable with 1:34 left will go up 32-15 and make this a 3-score game. as after the onside kick, they converted on a long 3rd down and 15 to get it to 4th and inches. And we see it right here. It's a simple, not the tush push, but close to it.
Yep, close to it.
So their first conversion attempt tonight, other than a 2-pointer, will be the extra point for Barnstable tonight. And the kick is down, and it looks good.
Okay.
So the Redhawks go up 33-15 to the boxes with 1:15 left. I'd like to see them be aggressive here, right, guys?
Definitely so. Brockton has nothing to lose by trying to air. They should air it out to Mighty.
Obviously, Barnstable's going to continue to play defense because of that point system. They want Brockton scoring a touchdown here.
So once again, Brockton Community Access. Mike the Postman Simmons, always the top-notch production. David Eric, Curtis Reese. Catch us on the Brockton channels. Always top-notch. Tomorrow, 1 o'clock, Orlando, you'll be here. Brockton High Soccer versus Lowell. They come in uncharacteristic 1 and 2. And they'll be playing Lowell. I may be here to do it with you, Orlando, if my wife lets me out of the house on our anniversary. So, if not, please catch us tomorrow at 1 o'clock live for Brockton Boxer Soccer.
Yeah.
Oh, Miles.
I'll
So
be here.
we'll have a full crew. Miles and Orlando will be doing it tomorrow, and it will save me an argument. Thank you, boys. So Barnstable will kick the ball deep. And that's Kavion Burke, who's been really good tonight, and Jared Mighty, who's dangerous. So Mighty gets up the middle, he gets outside, and that's good
tackle.
tackling by Barnstable.
Barnstable sniffed that out real
Yeah.
quick. Great, perfect, picture-perfect tackle there.
There's been major improvement from Brockton from last week to this week, but make no mistake about it, Barnstable's good.
Let's talk about Barnstable a little bit, Division III.
They shouldn't be Division III, but they're good.
I feel like they do have a chance, but obviously with King Philip dropping there.
And Orlando, why is everyone dropping? Because of CM? They don't want to play CM? What else, right?
Yeah.
Barnstable is a big high school. Why are they in Division III?
They don't look like a Division III team.
So, you want to win a state championship, you don't have to go through West Roxbury the last 5 or 6 years in Division II. They're the best team in the state, led by maybe the state's best coach.
Well, to Barnstable's defense, they're not I wouldn't say they're running for them, but if they are, they're not the only ones.
I know, but dropping down, they're not going through West Roxbury.
Yeah.
So Samito's back. He looks. He throws the ball over in the flat.
Pass.
Nice pitch and catch. And good open field tackle by Barnstable as Brockton's going to move fast. And it was that Kavion Burke. No, that was number 12 from Brockton, that receiver. It was a nice catch.
Sophomore.
As we're seeing some underclassmen get some play. We're at the 1 minute mark as Brockton tries to put another score on the board.
Hawks are not giving up, going to the last whistle.
And that's going to be
Okay, ref, put away the flag.
Yeah, come on.
5-yard penalty against the boxes. And I think they're pretty close to double digits in penalties tonight. And that's something last year that wreaked havoc over them was penalties.
It killed them last year.
Killed them. So Brockton finished 5-6 last year. They were a few plays away from beating 8-2. And you are what you are. When you make mistakes, you are a 500 team.
Right.
Good football teams don't make mistakes.
It's getting to the point where, when you throw the ball at the end of the game last play and it's pass interference, you just let it go.
Exactly.
The referees are paid to call the game, so they're going to call the game. Barnstable looks like they have a lot of their starters still in the game. They want to keep this lead for point reason. Beating a Division I team by 18 points will be significant in their rating. Samito will remain in the pistol. C.J. Tyler the back. I don't want to see anyone get hurt here at the end of the game either for Brockton. Samito's back. He's back. He looks. He throws it in the fence. That's a terrific throw. Wow, that's a good throw. And Jared Mighty will break a tackle. Stays up, and just a terrific throw. He threw that ball right before Jared Mighty made his cut. So Brockton has the ball at midfield at 31 seconds. Let's see if they spike it. And they do.
You look at Barnstable, they got Amherst.
That's Division 2 or 3 Western Mass.
Next game.
They have Dartmouth and Bridgewater Raynham this year, Orlando?
I believe they do. But I'll check it out.
So the
Yes, they
Boxers,
do.
the Boxers will have out of conference games with Lincoln Sudbury Catholic Memorial and Franklin before Durfee, New Bedford, and another out of conference game, Weymouth, before the traditional Turkey Day game of Bridgewater Raynham.
I expect Barnstable to run the table, regular season wise.
So let's see what Brockton can do here. 24 seconds. I don't know how the 7 seconds ran off the clock when they called the timeout.
Yeah, Brockton have no timeouts.
Samito's back. He's back. He's got pressure. He steps up in the pocket. He looks, and he should get out of bounds, and he does. And he's taking a beating tonight, too. Barnstable has really put a lot of pressure.
A lot of pressure on him all day,
Marcio. And
all night.
Marcio's, he's played a good football game. A couple missed throws here and there, but he's one of the better quarterbacks in the area. And Brockton's got him back another year.
Yes, they do.
And like we said, we got someone down right there, and that's the last thing you want to see is Brockton get an injury at the end of the game. Seems to happen when things aren't running good. This is the stuff that happens. You lose guys at the end of games.
Looks like he's grabbing his...
Looks like he's grabbing his ankle or his Achilles.
Thought it was his wrist or his shoulder.
Shoulder.
Probably stinger.
Hopefully. So Brockton can ill afford any losses. The depth is just not the way you're used to seeing Brockton football. So
Barnstable has four guys deep.
15 seconds left. I'd like to see Brockton just take a knee here and get into the locker room.
This is as prevent as it gets.
No sense of getting anyone injured here. The game is over. And Brockton has a long season coming up. And they showed tonight that they can play football against good teams. So the Boxers come out, trips to the right. One to the left is not Jared Mighty. And Barnstable sends everyone.
A penalty on Brockton.
And that could be
the guy on the far right's having fun throwing his flags tonight. He just says, you know what, before we go, let me just do it one more time.
And that's going to be penalty number 10.
But I have to say, man, the referees have been outstanding today.
Orlando, you can be
shout
honest.
Out to the
you can be
shout
honest,
out to the
Orlando.
referees, man. They have
like I said,
they have a tough job.
The last time Orlando's, like the refereeing crew, was the Super Bowl 1991, Brockton over St. John's Prep. Orlando left that game today and said, if every game was ref like this, we'd win 20 Super Bowls. So the box is here with 12 seconds left. Should be the last play of the game as Samito and Barnstable sends everyone again. Samito's rolling out, and this is the last thing you want to do is see him get hurt. And that's a nice pitch and catch, and Jared Mighty going to take about 12 tackles right there. And that will be
That's it.
The last play of the game. So Brockton finishes up tonight, losing 33-15, guys. It seemed like it was a closer game than that. Brockton played hard. We saw a significant improvement, but at the end of the day, it's still a loss.
Well, like you said, it was improvement. You're going to catch an L, but a lot of improvement from last week, and now you can build it into the Franklin game a week from now, a team you haven't beat ever. So, Miles?
Yeah, I'd say I was just impressed with Barnstable's line. There's some big boys on both sides of that ball, and Brockton had a hill to climb dealing with them big hogs on the offensive side as well as defensive side.
Yeah, Barnstable definitely didn't disappoint.
So good luck to Barnstable the rest of the season. They're a good football team. Leo Genatasio here with two Brockton legends, Orlando Galveo, Miles Jackson. Let's not forget the production team, Mike the Postman Simmons, Curtis Reese, David Eric, thank you. Tomorrow, 1 o'clock, Brockton Ice Soccer. Next Friday night, Miles, you'll be here. Orlando will be here. We'll be the same crew as the Boxers will take on Franklin. See you tomorrow.
Good night, everybody.
Good night.